Shit, I'm the best thing on her. Shit, I am the shit.
I'm not catching fades anymore. Gotta keep my hands clean when they come for the ball. Keep it smooth like a dawn, making moves in the dark. Cause I learned how to swim in the pool full of sharks. Now they cautious, cause they can't read all his motions. How the kid never switch codes, but he codes with focus. Staring down your team with a frozen, ice cold look that can end the summer solstice. Cause I'm more like the top dog. Keep on running game and the gang will accost y'all. I be calling plays from a plane while I'm off court. But we ain't the same, you a lame, I'm a mob star. Actually, I'm a top dog on a stat sheet. Off court, but I call plays for the athletes. When the cop cars try to catch me, cause I rolled off in a taxi. Put my feet up, I'm relaxing. Singing Figaro with no accent. While I pour strings from the streets in. Do it all with a straight face, I'm the kingpin. Top dog, top flow, boss mode, I'm the kingpin. Showstopper, top dog, God vibes, I'm the kingpin. They know I'm a dog and a beast, man. Yeah, I keep the peace with a piece, man. I ain't got no time for a piece, man. Why would I respond to a pawn? I'm the... Hold up. If I let my dogs off the leash, they do my work to get out of dodge for the evening. Honestly, think it's not the blood and the beef. If they don't leave anything behind at the evening. I can see you soft, never thought about retreating. If you never have, then they'll give you a reason. Better watch your tone, lose your bass when you speaking. Underneath the mask is the wrath of a priest. When you learn how to smile in their face, then go cutthroat. Then they wanna call you a con when the blood cold. I remember starving while y'all had a truckload. Now I'm with the mob with the call and the gusto. I'm a top dog on a stat sheet. Off court, but I call plays for the athletes. When the cop cars try to catch me, cause I rolled off in a taxi. Put my feet up, I'm relaxing. Singing Figaro with no accent. While I pour strings from the streets in. Do it all with a straight face, I'm the kingpin. Top dog, top flow, boss mode, I'm the kingpin. Showstopper, top dog, God vibes, I'm the kingpin.
Good afternoon on a good Monday, man. It's a beautiful day. I'm sorry for my tardiness. I apologize. I was on another stream. Got caught up with the time. And shame on me. Shame on me for being late. So I apologize to you guys. But nonetheless, I'm here. I believe that's the most important thing. Right? That's the most important thing. I'm here on a good Monday. We got a lot to talk about. I know y'all seen the thumbnail. Image of my man LeBron and his son, Bronny. And most of the show is going to be about what's going on. Nepotism. Definitely want to talk about it. Definitely want to talk. Let me do this real fast. What's up, Enos? How you doing? But where you been at, man? I know you're in a different time zone, so it's probably kind of hard for you to catch a show up, but I appreciate whenever you are over, brother, for tapping in with me. So thank you, sir. I appreciate you being here. With that being said, definitely let me drop this link as early as possible, man, because I've been seeing it everywhere, man. People just talking about it. And truth be told, it's something to talk about. It really is something that needs to be talked about, mined out, and discussed. For sure. So I'm dropping the link early, but I want to go over a few other things right before I bring anybody up that it comes up, though. And some of the things that's been going on. You know, the thing about the NBA, let me say this. The thing about NBA is when that free agency market opens, I mean the floodgates open. I've never seen a major teams that make so many moves with their big time players. Not baseball, not NHL, not soccer, not the NFL. I'm talking about when that shit opened, basketball players, even the big names, guys you like, damn, what happened? He got traded. Why happened? He get moved? Why he left her? NBA, that's the way it is. So we got a whole lot going on in the NBA. I ain't gonna lie. Of course, Wednesday and Thursday was the conclusion of the first round on Wednesday, and then of course the second round was on Thursday, and we had a draft, and we all know who got drafted in that second round, number 55 to the Lakers, Bronny James, and I think we understand why. LeBron did what he's supposed to do as a father, right? Part of being a father is protection and providing. Well, he's providing opportunity for his son. I have no problem with that. But we're going to get into that. But before we do, nepotism, the practice among those with power or influence of favorite relatives, friends, and associates, especially by giving them jobs. That's the Google definition of nepotism. Not my definition, the Google definition of nepotism. What's going on, Wally? That's what that is. That's where I got it from. But before we really get into that, I want to go like I said, a couple things that's going on in the NBA right now, currently as we speak. So, in case y'all didn't know, Chris Paul is no longer with the Warriors. He was cut. He was done with them. Well, wait, whatever you want to say, it's still you're not on the team, no goddamn more. So they let him go. But he signed a 1-year deal with $11 million for the San Antonio Spurs. Now, y'all see the age, 39 years old. 39 years old. That's how old Chris Paul is. To me, that's too much for an old 39-year-old point guard who's not going to give me over 65 games out of 82. He's not. He's probably going to give you between 45 to 50 games. And in case y'all didn't know, Chris Paul is injury prone. He's always been like, even in college, he was injury prone. Some guys, man, are just snake bitten, and he's one of them. A guy's never won a title and doesn't look like he's going to do it for the Spurs, because I don't think Spurs close enough to even make the playoffs, let alone win a title. But, hey, shout out to the brother for getting his money. At 39 years old, getting that last hoorah check. And that's what he did. It is what it is. But shout out to the brother. Let's go to the next. What is the next news? The Philadelphia 76ers signed Kelly Oubre Jr. Agreed to a 2-year, $16 million deal. Now, at one time, the Lakers thought they would have a chance at him, but I guess just didn't work out. Maybe the price tag was just too much for him. But he's going to the Philadelphia 76ers. Really back to the Philadelphia 76ers, because he played with the 76ers at one point in his career. He just ended up going to Phoenix. Now he's back in Philly. Maybe something about Philly he loves, so he's going back with the 2025-26 option. Shout out to that brother for getting your bag, brother. Shout out to you for getting your bag. He said they get Clay Ardoza. Well, Clay's already been traded. In case you didn't know that, TJ. He's been traded to the Mavericks. So no, he's not getting Clay. So Clay's gone to the Mavericks for with 3-year, $50 million deal. So there you are with that. So LeBron, I know you wanted a shooter, but this ain't your time. All right, he's not the guy. Y'all gonna have to make a deal to get you one. But I tell you this, it won't be Clay. But shout out to TJ for checking in. We have another guy. Now, I'm not a big fan. I'm not impressed by Cade Cunningham. I think he's a fraud. I mean, but look, Detroit loves him. He was a first-round pick from Oklahoma State. Not impressed with his game so far, but, it is what it is. But guess what? Detroit's been making the bad decisions for a long time, and they continue to do so right now. So Detroit Pistons signed Caleb Cunningham to a 5-year, $226 million rookie max extension. Bad move, that's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to go into details. I don't agree with it. I think they probably should have waited it out. I don't think he's worth it. I don't think he's worth it. But, maybe the Detroit does. Let's keep it going. What else we got? What else we got? My man, Tyrese Maxey. Now, this was a good deal for them. And the reason why I say, let me just read it out. Philadelphia 76ers signed Tyrese Maxey to a new 5-year, $204 million contract, fully guaranteed, and has no options. So the reason why I think it's a good deal is because of this. Embiid stays hurt all the time. So you're talking about another guy who's injury prone. I don't think it's his team anymore. I think Embiid needs to move on and realize this ain't my team like he used to be. For years, they poured into him for years. He was, I think, his first 3-4 years of the NBA, man, I don't think he played over a full season, 82 out of 4 years. I don't think. I remember one year he played like 1 or 2 games and then he was done. I think it happened to him a couple times. But, the man's injury prone. He stayed hurt. He could never stay healthy. And I think Embiid it's not Embiid's team anymore. And I think it is Tyrese Maxey. So, to me, that was a good investment for Philadelphia. Philadelphia made some other moves, and we definitely going to talk about it. We are definitely going to talk about it. Where my man Wallace at? Hey, Cade Cunningham isn't that bad. He's the only rookie on the team that's doing something. No, well, first of all, Cade Cunningham ain't no rookie. Cade Cunningham's 3 years in, brother. He's been 3 years removed from rookie season. So that's not true, Wally. But I see what you mean. You think he's good? That's your opinion. That's your opinion. I can't roll with that. What my girl Almanac say? What's going on, Miss Almanac? I'm glad you're here. Looking forward to working with you too as well. It's the Lakers organization. They don't want to be bothered with. Okay, I know that's right. Look here, man. We're going to definitely talk about it. P.S. It was never his team. Who are you talking about? Are you talking about Embiid or are you talking about Cade Cunningham? I don't know. You got to explain that to me. She said, yes, I will be reaching out to you soon, Hank. Right on, sister. Right on. Let's keep going, man. I think Wally talking crazy right now. I'm gonna have to see what Wally got in this damn water. That's what I'm gonna have to do. So what I was talking about Philadelphia, another move they made to sign free agent Paul George. I think it was a decent move. And pretty decent salary they paid. They didn't pay him too much. I don't think they went overboard too much, but they got over 600-something million in 3 guys. So they're gonna have to make some decisions. They may have a starting 5, but that bench is gonna be slim to none. So Philadelphia, what are you gonna do? Paul George agreed to a 4-year, $212 million contract deal. Deal includes a player option in 27-28 seasons. We'll see. They're gonna have to have decisions to make, man. Like I said, you got 3 players, and they taking up over $600 million amongst 3 players. That's a lot of money invested in just 3 players. That's a lot of money invested in just 3 players. Look at this guy. Now, you talk about a guy ripping off the league. Tobias Harris used to be with the Philadelphia 76ers for a while. Is now, I think at one time he played with Detroit prior to. I think it might be a second stint with Detroit. This dude is a traveling man, but he got a max deal when he was at Philadelphia. He ripped Philadelphia off. But that was prior. This is a new day, so now he's a Piston again. 2-year deal, $52 million. Overpaid. Another guy who's on the travel. Now, look here. Caldwell Pope, I don't blame you for getting that money. You got 2 rings. You got one with the Lakers, got one with Denver. Get your money, baby. Get your money. Caldwell Pope, head to the Magic on a 3-year, $66 million contract. Get your bag, baby. Get it. I don't blame you. Because you got your 2 rings, more than 80% of the league players. No, probably not that high. I'm exaggerating now. I'm exaggerating. But still, it's crazy. Should have got that much. Okay, my man Wally gonna have to come up and explain himself. But if you can, show me his shoe first, and we'll go from there. I got you. I got you. Y'all know Paul ain't work. Yeah, you see. I mean, what you said. Look here, sis. You know more about the game than Wally's crazy ass. Talking about
One, shut up. Hey, we ain't gonna go for that. And two, I mean, have you even looked? Okay, now, yeah, I was technically wrong because yeah, he is slightly out of his rookie year because he's been 3 years in. But even then, if you haven't even looked at his 3 years, he's been decent since more than most other players that ever came into league. So let's not be going over the top like that. I mean, is he great? Sure, he's not that great, but is he still decent?
When you come to the base, this is a free space for you to say crazy shit like what Wally's doing right now.
Oh, no! Don't be doing that. Don't be doing that. K Cunningham got the stats. He got the work to show it. I don't want to hear that. Now, granted, yes, is he on a team that really ain't producing nowhere? Yes. So it's easy to look at him and say, oh, yeah, he's doing something versus nothing. But at least he's the actual only guy doing something on that team. That's the whole point. So he ain't ultimately that bad. That's all I'm saying. He ain't great, like I said, but he ain't ultimately that bad.
Well, let me get through these last 4 announcements that I got to bring about the NBA, and then we're going to talk about the main subject because I think this subject needs to be talked about for the rest of the show. But I'm going to let you sit in your stool about this bullshit about Caleb.
Man, I don't want to hear you. I don't want to hear you. Don't you do that, man. Don't you do that, man.
We're going to talk about that too. And anybody else come up, I'm going to definitely ask them the question. Is Wally off? Or Wally know what he talking about? That's maybe I should do.
Man, look, like I said, he ain't all that great, but he's okay.
Wally knows what he's talking about? Wally is a Negro dominance, and he foresees the future. Okay,
man, don't you do that? Don't do that. That man is okay for what he's doing so far.
Well, let me finish, man. Let me finish. James Harden signs a deal to remain with the Clippers. Probably should have put some space between the Clippers and Witt, but it was my fault. Clerical error. Charged in my mind and not my heart. He'll be getting $70 million over the next 2 seasons. Get your bag, James Harden,
because guaranteed waste of money.
Guarantee you ain't getting a ring. The Chicago Bulls are signing former Indiana Pacers center Jalen Smith to a 3-year, $27 million deal. Now, that's what you call a bargain basement deal right there. That's a good sign. Now, I didn't like the draft pick the Bulls did, but, it's they love them big white players at the Bulls. I mean, what is going on? I mean, something in the water we don't know about. My white brothers and sisters are getting opportunities at the Chicago Bulls, but they don't pan out. Unless their name is, what's my man, Corsino? My man used to play with the Lakers. I can't think of his name. Chris, I forget his name. But I thought he was pretty good. I thought he was pretty good. Well, let's keep it moving. Let's keep moving. Now let's go to see what the defending champs are doing. Shout out to the Boston Celtics for winning the title in 2024 NBA title. Shout out to them. They are making moves in order to keep that championship squad core together. And one of the moves is the Boston Celtics extended Derek White. I remember when my man Derek White had a bad haircut and had a receding going on, and he made a good decision by letting it go. And why did he let it go? Because he realized he's about to get the bag, so all the women gonna want him for 4 years, $125 million. Doesn't matter if he got her or not. He gonna be a wanted man out these clubs and streets. Shout out to the brother for not only getting a title, but getting your money. Right on. Let's go here. Celtics. Jason Tatum has inked the NBA record 5 years, $314 million Supermax extension on Monday, keeping him in Boston through 2029 to 30 seasons. Shout out to that brother.
I'm going to laugh when Boston regrets all this.
You said what?
I'm going to laugh when Boston regret all of this.
They got a title. See now that
No,
further
they got a title.
eliminates
Okay, that's for last year. I'm saying for further years. I'm talking about for further years though. They got the title, but can they defend it? Wait a minute now. I'm telling you now. I'm telling you now. They got it. Congratulations to them. I want to see if they can defend it because I'm telling you right now, they ain't gonna get that shot. They ain't going in. They ain't going back next year. I promise you. I guarantee this.
Let me hit the horn on this, man, because why? We got a super chat from my man. Grown men's talking. Now, if y'all hadn't had the opportunity, take the opportunity now to go over and like and subscribe to the Brother Channel. Man, look, I was on there a couple times, had a good time, had some good mix of men and women. Women are not feminine. I'm feminist. I'm sorry. Let me correct myself. Shout out to Kit, that unfeminist sister. Shout out to her. Shame on the men who came up and took shots at that woman. She was good people and respectful to me. I mean, I had no problem with her. I thought she was real nice. And like I said, I agree with her on the show that when she was being accused of being a feminist, she fought to the end. And right then and there, that lets me know she's not. She doesn't agree with that bullshit. So right on to you. But thank you, brother, for the $20 super chat. Brother, you didn't have to bless me, but you chose to. And I appreciate the blessing. He said, much respect to Hink. Good content ain't free. Boy, you ain't never lying. Hit that like button. Guys, if you ain't had the opportunity to hit the like button, what the hell are you waiting on? Wally, did you hit the like button?
Of course I did. I wouldn't come here if I didn't hit the like button.
And then look, guys, let me tell you what he doing it right now because he lying his ass off. You see
No, come on, bro. Come on. I'm not that naive. I come in, I click out the comment section with the live chat, and then I hit the like button. What are you talking about? Oh, come on now. Don't do that.
Right on, big brother. Right on, man. Right on. You know it's all good. It's all good. Grown man talking. I appreciate you, brother. I appreciate you for allowing me even on your show, man. And you keep doing great content over there, man. Thank you for the super chat, bro. I appreciate that. My man Matthew sits in Caldwell. Is that your guy? He ain't in Cleveland, but is that your guy? I don't know. Now, let me say this. I read the definition of nepotism. I have no problem with it. I've said it on other shows, and I'm going to say it again. I agree with nepotism. I have no problem with it at all. Because let me tell you this. Our time is coming. Our time is coming. And if I can do that for my family, I'm going to do that. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do that for my son and my daughter, my granddaughter. Now, I've already started. My son does summer works at the company I work for. And so I got him in there. I got family members that work for the same company. I got some of my son's old AAU teammates work for the company. Why? Because I shared the message. I put it out there, and once I found out, I let HR know, do what you got to do. Do what you got to do. And so my son, he's working. His schedule like from 9 to 3 p.m. He's probably doing about 6 hours a day. 5 days a week, 30 hours a week. Not full 40, but he's getting good money, getting good training, getting a good opportunity to network with other people and learn some different trades, and learn, more history about his dad job. Because he thinks I don't do anything, according to him. I mean, let him tell I don't do nothing. I just sit at a stinky place all day in a treatment plant, collect samples and do other stupid stuff. That's what he thinks. But no, son, if you watch the replay, your daddy works hard on a regular basis. That's what I'm going to tell you anyway. Wally, you still with me?
Yes, sir.
I don't know. Okay, I didn't know if you was there. You kind of blurred out for a second, but I didn't know if you were still there or not.
No,
but as far as the nepotism thing, I don't have an issue with it, and especially what LeBron did for his family. I said in the beginning, Look here, man. Part of as a man and as a father and as a husband, your job is to protect and provide for your wife and your children, right? I mean, my ladies in chat, my job is to protect and provide for her. Make sure she's good. Make sure she's mentally good. Make sure she's physically good. Make sure she's emotionally good. And part of doing that is making sure that everything is everything. If there's something that's concerning to her or that rise, and she tells me about it, then I need to address it. So let me give you an example. She texted me a minute ago. Why am I giving certain people attention? Baby, please believe me, you the only one for me. Matthew, now this is probably the smartest statement you said. We finally agree. Matthew, you should always agree
So
with
wrong.
even my picks you should agree with. But as far as the nepotism thing, that's as men, that's what we're supposed to do. That's our job, man. To look out for our kids and set them up in the best possible position we can. And if we're not doing that, then we're doing a disservice to our family. That's what we got life insurance for, so we can set them up. But not only put my old ass in the ground, but to at least have something to cover any expenses that maybe need me taken care of after I'm moved on. That's why we have the beneficiaries set in place, so my wife can have the things that she needs. The kids can have things that she needs. And I can feel at peace because I ain't got no choice but to feel at peace once they put that dirt over me. But that's a different story, right? But at the same time, you want to make sure your family's good. That's why you got your life insurance. That's why you got a trust. That's why you got a living will. And guys, if you ain't got none of those things, shame on you. Do what you got to do. Get you a living will. Get you life insurance. Get you a policy. And make sure your family's good. They should be out here selling fish dinners at the damn church in order to put your stank ass in the ground. They shouldn't have a damn PayPal or Cash App account to put you up OnlyFans. Well, shit, damn it. I don't. That's Wally's job. I'm sorry. They shouldn't have.
Hey, well, don't you dare! Don't you dare! Don't you
They
dare!
shouldn't be soliciting people by bucket shaking out on the corners at the red light by the malls and stuff. They should be doing that in order to bury your stank ass. You know why? Because you should be getting a life policy, a life insurance policy. Do your family, even in your demise and you moving on to the next life, take care of your family. You got to. So what LeBron's doing is taking care of his family. He's setting his son up to be successful. And why? Because he's bringing him under his covering, even at his NBA team. Now, some people may say, I don't like the way he did it, Wally. I don't like the way he conned the Lakers and tricked them and do what you got to do. Because please believe you me, the same person that owned the Lakers probably shouldn't have owned the Lakers. Jeannie Buss inherited that team because Jerry Buss gave it to the family. Y'all gonna complain about that?
Right.
Now, when our white brothers and sisters do it, yeah, we ain't saying too much. We ain't raising no hell. But when they look like us, we ready to burn them at the stake. What sense does that make? We should be doing this. We should be encouraging this. We should be uplifting this. This should be a thing we do for our peoples, for our family, for the next generations after generation. Why are we doing these things for our families? Why are we doing these things for our kids and our futures and our future legacy? Why? Let me bring another brother. Tommy, if you can, show me you in the back real fast and we'll go from there. Right on, I got you. So Wally, before I get to Tommy, what is your thought on it, brother? And don't keep talking about Cade McNabb is that dude. Don't
Hey,
don't
man,
say that.
look, man. Don't stop.
We got to drop.
Stop.
You say that.
Stop. Stop. But look, as far as the whole topic on nepotism, do I see anything bad about it? No, because let's be honest. What would have been the highest form of nepotism if Bronny were to get drafted? he would have been drafted first round with what his stats was in college. That would have been like, okay, if he got drafted first round over other players, now I'd have been like, okay, you're taking it too much. He got drafted second round. And even if he got drafted like undrafted and he still gets signed by the Lakers, then what? It won't make no difference. It won't make no difference. So I don't see this as a bad thing. The only thing that I will say though, because it is Bronny James and he's LeBron James' son, is when he comes into the league, now he has to show up and put out. That's going to be the issue right there. That's going to be the concentration. Because now when the years come in and years go by, what are you going to show me up until this time? And if you can't show up and show out, that's going to be like that negative conversation that comes in. So do I have any problem with him doing this? No, but the aftermath could be the issue that will play.
Okay. Well, let me do the super chat. Was you done? I'm sorry. I didn't want to cut you off, Will.
Oh, yeah, I'm done.
Okay. Let me do, Tommy, let me do the super chat. I'm going to say something real fast afterwards, and I'm going to turn it to you, bro. Shout out to my man, Big Ant. The biggest hater of Hink. I don't know why, but I love the brother. But he hates on me because I'm a Bears fan. And that's the greatest team in NFL history. I don't know why he want to believe it. But shout out to Big Ant 11 for the $10
but don't feel confident by his quarterback.
Yeah. Well, go to hell, Wally. I'm about to drop your black ass. Shout out to Big Ant 11 for the $10 super chat. Man, the brother blessed me. He didn't have to. He chose to. And I appreciate it. Thank you, sir. He said, what up, Hink? I know you have me in your will. Thank you, big brother. Big brother, and I got you in my will. You might not like what you're going to get, but I got you there. Oh, man, let me say this. Is he really expected to do a lot? I mean, really? I mean, are we expecting? Look here, how many second-round draft picks are we expecting to go be all-star, all-American? None. I can't think of one second-round pick that we thought was going to be that dude. Now,
I mean, it may not be the case, but he's LeBron's son. That's the expectation.
This is true, but we can't. Look, again, he's like you said, if he got drafted the first, all these expectations, because it's the son, I can agree. Now, look here. If he could do what Draymond did, shit, what y'all going to do about that? Y'all going to put him in the Hall of Fame? Are we going to put him in the Hall of Fame? Because Draymond was that probably your last and only second round that I could think of that probably had the most success and was able to benefit from what lack of talent that he has. He's not the most talented player, but guess what? He's smart. He's tough. He's heady. He does the extra things, the dirty things, the stuff that you need to do. He was that guy that was going to get in somebody's face. He was the bully. He was the enforcer. He was everything above that the Golden State needed him to be. And he was able to maximize his ability. Will he get in the NBA Hall of Fame? I don't know. He could sneak in there. I don't think he's going to get on the first two ballots. He might have to take the third ballot. But if he get in there, so be it. But he was able to maximize his talent. He was a second-round pick. Not a first round, not a late first round, second-round pick. And he maximized the talent to the fullest. He's the last and only player that I can think of that was a second-round pick that was able to take advantage of the opportunity. But with that being said, I'm going to turn it over to Tommy to see what he got to say. Go ahead, Tommy.
First of all, I want to shout out Klay Thompson for not joining the Fakers. Yes, because that was going to kill me, man. That was going to fucking kill me. And I know that Matthew Pearson's somewhere crying.
Now, that would have been daggers for you.
Now, of course, Klay is, burnt out and all this and that. But if he'd have joined the Fakers, he would have been an answer. The great coming. It's going to be comeback season. Anyways, but listen. So first of all, you got to stop with okay, Draymond is extremely talented. The problem is he's not talented in the way that you guys are looking for talent. And when I say that, I mean, no, I'm being dead ass. Draymond quarterbacked our offense, like facts. And you have to be a real hooper to understand Draymond's importance. And to be honest with you, almost the way I judge people's IQ of basketball is Draymond. Because if you're a casual fan, you have like Draymond is just a regular player to you. But if you're a real fan of basketball, he quarterbacked not only our offense, he quarterbacked our defense. What most people don't know is most time we won chips, if we weren't the top defense, we were top 5 defenses in the league. And it wasn't because of Steph Curry. Um, he played a position where he was undersized every night and still was in talks of defensive player of the year damn near every year of his career and won one and can arguably have won 2 or 3. So I think because of where he's talented at, we don't hyper focus on it. So it seems like he's untalented to be able to do, even if you've ever heard Draymond talk basketball, that's a talent in itself. Like he easily could be a coach. When they were saying that Draymond could possibly replace Steve Kerr as a coach and people laugh, I'm like, you clearly haven't heard Draymond speak basketball. The man knows what he's talking about. But even beyond that, I think while he's a little off, it's definitely nepotism. Um, and it's huge.
I never said it wasn't nepotism.
No,
I said
hold
that
on,
it
hold
was
on.
part of it.
What I'm saying is it's huge nepotism because there's a huge money difference. I ain't gonna say huge, but there's a money difference between being a second rounder and being an undrafted free agent. I don't have a problem with it, mind you, but it's definitely
Okay, that part I hear.
even from a uh like a stature. It's a difference between being an undrafted free agent and being a second round pick. Like you're even looked at different. If you're an undrafted free agent, you're guaranteed G League. Like there is no, you even sitting on the bench. You're pretty much G League. And hell, half the second rounders are going to go, to the G League as well. But I think the problem was going to be with Bronny is not the expectations. It's the fact that your father was this and then he helped you become a second round pick. So he better pray to God that the 5 players or 4 players picked after him don't come shit. Because if any of them players show any kind of a promise, they gonna be on his motherfucking head. I guarantee it. But he's also gonna have unfair expectations as a 55th pick because of who his dad is and arguably because he shouldn't have been picked there. Now, I think people are doing too much because it's a 55th pick, and generally we don't give a fuck about a 55th pick. But because of how petty people are, they're definitely going to kind of be hyper focused on what this 55th pick is doing in his career. Most people, if you're a 55th pick, you can go about your career, and most people ain't going to even, give 2 fucks about it. But him, they definitely going to be paying attention. Not only one because he's LeBron's son, but he's on the Lakers. So we're going to see him. It's not like he's tucked away in Minnesota somewhere and, we catch a game. Oh, no. He's going to be on our TV. And so the length of time he's staying on the bench, we're going to be focused on it. Because if you think about it, until really, I want to say like the documentary Giannis did, we really never even paid attention that his brother was on the bench. Like nobody really even peeped that. Like it's Milwaukee. Nobody was really just like, oh my God. But with the Lakers and then your LeBron's son, the first thing we looking at is the bench. And oh shit, it's game 60. This nigga still ain't got off the bench. So I think that's the man. Shout out, hey man. I said my spew earlier. I'm gonna leave
I
it
hear you
alone.
on that, but I slightly disagree on that part a little bit.
So
All
let
right,
me
go
let
ahead.
me let me help my man Tom at this. The only petty people gonna be Golden State fans. So we're gonna get that gone started. We already know who the petty people gonna be is and Golden State Warrior fans.
No. Hold on. Hey, it's not even Golden State. It's gonna be the LeBron haters are gonna be the number ones that's gonna be trying to shit on him.
Them too.
We just listen.
Them too.
We're rivals, all right. So it's always gonna be fuck the Lakers. So whoever gets into that uniform, thank God Clay not in that uniform. It's gonna be pressure. So please believe it. You goddamn right, it's gonna be pressure.
And look, let me say this. Let me say, hold on. Let me say this real fast. For the record, there's only 58 players drafted this year, so you only got to worry about them 3 instead of the 5 that shouldn't hopefully don't outshine him. Look, I don't know, man.
Wait a minute, who
To
lost the
me,
picks? Because it's 30 teams, right?
yeah, 2 teams lost picks.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Okay, got
I forgot who it was though. I think,
you.
well, I
Okay.
think one of them was, I want to say
Oh,
Atlanta.
Atlanta for the tampering. You right. You right.
Yeah, yeah,
No, 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 no.
and
Matter of fact, no. That's was it? Because I'm hoping we're not mixing up with them with the Falcons. Because remember, the Falcons just got in trouble for tampering with Kirk Cousins.
we could be. I know it was two
Yeah.
teams that got their
Okay.
picks taken for. Both of
Okay.
them was for tampering, so there's the reason why. But so yeah, it was only 58 people drafted. Um, as far as the expectations for him, look here, man. The guy's going to get the opportunity to sit behind his father, get coached up. To me, he should have been drafted. I'm gonna be honest. They probably should have got him in the free agent signing. I don't think the other 3 teams would have. I don't think they would have drafted him. I think the Lakers was the only team that was going to be foolish enough to draft him at that point. But I'm not going to go too far because I'm going to let my man Trey Furr come in here and speak his piece. So, what is your feeling on the situation? Is it nepotism? That's my first question. And how do you feel about it if it is, or if it's not? How do you feel about it?
Okay, what's up, brother Hank? What's up, everybody?
Going on, big man?
Just to answer your question directly, uh, and me as a father, and I'm sure if any of y'all had a kid that can play some ball, and the fact that he was going to get drafted, your ass to be nepotism too. So stop all the cap. Other than that, I think he still had a chance. It wasn't a strong draft class anyway. He clearly can shoot the ball at a high level. He clearly can do that. Now I think he's going to a good coach because JJ Redick, remember, he's on trial basis too. He's a shooter. Bronny's a shooter. LeBron go take all the pressure off his son. His son go sit on the bench, make that couple $1 million like a son should do. Rookie Kobe sat on the bench. Be quiet. Look, wasn't Draymond Green a second round draft choice? Did they know what he was going to do? No. He went to a good coach with a good system after Mark Jackson left it. So that's what that. But as far as nepotism, nah, man, that would be anybody that ever played sports. I don't give a damn if you went to high school, your son went to the same high school and averaged 25 points. Your ass will be happy for him. We need to stop that.
Hold on. Didn't
It's
Draymond end up
in
with a
my
national
eyes, you
championship?
can call it what the definition is, Hing. Yes, people would say it's nepotism, but that's the way it's supposed to be because that's the way white men do business. They bring their sons in. They don't bring y'all in. Come on now. Look at it from the business side too. So he's going to be a millionaire and he's going to be pretty good. If they give him a shot, I give him 15, 16 a game, maybe not more, because LeBron James has influenced everybody in the last 20 years playing basketball. A lot of these dudes never play basketball, so they just going by the feeling of the game. Get on out there. I'm trying to tell you, if I was anybody's son right now, you would want him to go first, second round, third round. So I appreciate everybody getting out there and get drafted. If not, you can travel the world. Hell, you can make money, man, shooting ball as a young man. That's a free game, man. Just going forward, just handle your money right. Don't blow your money drinking and smoking and buying dumb shit. And yes, nepotism all the way for the brothers.
Yeah, Trey, I don't think that's going to be a problem because who his father is and how he managed his money and his finances and investment he makes. So I think he's come from good lineage, a good bloodline. So I don't think that'll be a problem. Now, if he was somebody like Matthew, I think we'd be concerned about the young man's money. And because, Matthew out here just tricking at the club. I know he's down at Magic City on Sunday night for the 2-for-1 wings. I know he was, but I'm not going to tell on that man. A beautiful woman might be listening in the background, and I don't want to get Matthew sleeping on that couch by his shower curtains behind him. But Matthew, what's going on? What's on your mind, brother? I mean, and let me ask you this: do you feel like there's nepotism? And if so,
hey, let me throw one thing in
what's
there,
up?
because y'all stuck on this Draymond thing. Let's get this understood.
All right, here we
Draymond
go.
averaged 16 a game his last year at Michigan State. So like
Yeah.
this
No, he was
bullshit
good.
that y'all
He was
coming
good
at
in
as if
college. He was that
Draymond was
good.
ass. Like, okay, so dog, Trey Ferg just said he's a shooter. This nigga averaged 4 points a game. What the fuck showed that he was a shooter? He averaged 4. And hold on. I'm a USC. No. Hold on, Hank. I'm a USC fan. I probably watched him more than all of y'all. Where did this? He's a natural shooter. Come, this nigga averaged 4 a game. He got somebody on his very own team that averaged 16, 4 times more points than him, and didn't get drafted at all.
So
like, we gotta stop.
It answers the question to Hink's question. It's nepotism all the way. But the fact that he's coming from that lineage, he's going to be successful. Just believe that. Because he can average 16 in the WNBA too. In the NBA. See, Draymond averaged it 1 year. So we got to give him that. And that's for he's a big man. He's supposed to average it all 3 years. But hey, we ain't talking about that. One's a guard, one's a forward. Now, LeBron, he ain't going to have the pressure on him. He's going to be able to lay over and shoot that jumper.
Draymond got a Final Four up under his belt now. Don't disrespect
Absolutely.
that
And
a Final Four. He got a Final Four.
Wait, hold on. Trey First. He's a undersized. Wait a minute. He's a undersized forward. We not gonna act like that don't matter. You literally.
It matters for a forward.
No, what I'm telling you is everyone at Draymond, because like this is I get into it with people about him because again, I almost judge people's basketball IQ off of Draymond. Every single time.
Did you play basketball, baby? Did you play on the team?
I'm 6'4".
It don't matter. I know 6'4". I just want to make sure.
Every single time Draymond gets on the court, he's outmatched size-wise. Every single time.
Yes.
And that guy won a Defensive Player of the Year, which is the MVP for defense.
Yes.
See, I understand that the general public don't respect defense, and to be honest with you, don't even understand defense half the time. But to be undersized and win Defensive Player of the Year over 7, which has generally been all 7 foot and over awards for the most part. Rudy Gobert wins it every fucking year, even though they have him on skates anytime he gets past the free throw line. Like, this man generally guards 1 through 5. Draymond.
Yes, he does.
It ain't too many people out there that you can put out there like that. And quarterbacks the offense.
What is his point average?
He's not asked to score.
No, hold up. With that being said, LeBron coming off the bench, if he averages 14 points, he's a winner. He's a hit.
No, I agree.
He's a hit.
I think he's gonna face unfair expectations because it's the same thing like with Jordan kids, right? Jordan kids didn't make it. Hell, I don't think they even made it to the NBA, and it's all them. But they made it D1. No. They wasn't bums. In fact, they had better numbers than Bronny in college.
But they didn't pursue it like Bronny. Bronny's whole mission was to go to the league. And so, they got their education, so they're gonna be good forever.
But I think that's another reason why people are looking at Bronny that way is you were under LeBron, who is quote unquote the GOAT, right? You had all access to everything to make you great compared to most of these other guys who didn't necessarily have what you had to come.
But that ain't his fault though. That's just fate of God. That's not his fault. That's not his fault.
I agree. That's why I said it's unfair expectations because you're gonna have the LeBron haters who are gonna, no matter if LeBron sneezes, they find a reason that's wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? So you got that. You're inheriting that. And then you're going to inherit people. Exactly. And then you're going to inherit people who inherently don't think that you should have been drafted in the first place. So now you almost have to prove that you were worthy to even be drafted. So I agree with you. If he ends up double digits, solid. But if he comes in and say he's 5 points a game, they are going to tear his ass apart. And this is another thing I didn't say too. If old boy gets picked up undrafted, he better outshine him. His teammate, Boogie, I think his name, I can't remember his name. Fuck. But his teammate that averaged 16 and a half a game, if he gets picked up, he better outshine the fuck out of him or Bronny going to have some hell to pay.
Well, let me say this. Tommy, you just Draymond Green, my man Matthew, because he had the mic, but you just bullied his ass. So now that Matthew got the opportunity to talk again, take advantage before you get Draymond again. Don't do that, man. Come on. You remember what Draymond did to my man? What's the dude? They sent to the Washington Bullet.
Oh, Poole.
Jordan Poole, yeah, don't get Jordan Poole, man. Fix up. Fight
Well,
back.
no, look, I don't really know the premise of where y'all started from, but I'll just say this.
Now, well, let me say, we go ahead and talk. Look, Tommy took us down this. I used Draymond example. That was my fault. I shouldn't have used him as a second round pick example. And Tommy, who has his jersey signed and hung it up in his man cave, and probably sleeps in one, is going to town for this man. So go ahead and talk about the nepotism thing, because that's what we're supposed to be on. It's my fault. I apologize.
See, that's just black people supporting the worst of us. But I'll just say this. LeBron ain't doing nothing wrong on the level of. I mean, everybody would do that for their son, I would think. Even though Peyton Manning and Eli was better than Bronny was compared to the sports. I mean, just like LeVar Ball do for his sons, big them up. I don't see nothing wrong with it, man. I think the Gilbert Arenases, the Kenyon Martins, all of them, they should be trying to do somewhat the same as far as like, hey man, I need my son to be in the NBA instead of this whole if they earn it. It's a lot of sorry guys that didn't necessarily make the cut, like far as in the net, from the eye, but they should be in the NBA, especially if what's his name, the Greek Freak brother is in the NBA. He ain't even all that. He just happy to be traveling with the team and playing. So I don't see nothing wrong with it. But in a side note, Hink, you a jinx. You know why? Because
Why?
remember when I told you I was gonna fix my air? I went the cheap route, and I got my air fixed, but then it went out on me again. So now I get it fixed tomorrow. You know how much this mess gonna cost me, man? And I can't get around it. It's gonna cost me $11,000. It's gonna cost me $11,000, and it's your fault.
For a whole new air conditioner, brother.
That's what it is. I had to go. I went to Home Depot to get and did it like that. Make a long story short, Hink, until I started coming on your show, I didn't have these problems. And that's what I come on your show.
So you bringing me bad buju.
Your bad
shit.
take.
Hold on, Matthew. How you gonna change the rules with your bullshit ass air conditioning story and then blame me?
Yeah, because your bad takes went right along with my bad air. So now I'm sitting up here suffering tonight. Now I gotta suffer tonight.
Hey, Matthew, you look hot as hell over there.
Hey, that's why.
I'm
Tom. He up our legs spreading, trying to air out his old sweaty ass nuts and shit. You spreading, but take your ass and get in the shower, son. Take a cold shower.
This some bullshit, man.
Hey, I tell you what you need to do. Go get a hotel room for your wife and them kids. Don't suffer like that tonight.
They had my in-laws. They was like, we ain't doing it tonight.
You're over by yourself.
Left his ass in there by himself. Hell yeah, I like how that sounds.
Hey man, that's what I said, man.
It's going down on you, Matthew.
Yeah, man, it's a bad deal right now, man. But I'll just say, I had to say that because I know me and you talking about it. But I'll just say this, man.
Hey, Hank, we know his in-laws don't like him. That's why his ass at that house.
Look. And you see he's on the other phone trying to order some Uber Eats because there ain't no leftovers.
Don't you bring that Matthew over here. You and the kids can come, but don't bring him.
That's wild.
Got you. Look, they're gonna be saying, got you in the house all sweating and shit. Knowing he should have called a AC HVAC man the first time.
Yeah.
I tried to cheap route, man. That shit didn't work, man.
No, man, you gotta get professionals all the way. When it comes to your HVAC, anything heating and cooling, plumbing, man, and electricity, your three majors, just let the professionals do it, man.
Hey, man.
That's all.
It's cool. I don't need to listen now, man. I'm already paying for it, man.
I get you. You bought the equipment?
I ain't buy shit, man. I thought the dude that I ain't gonna go into that.
Oh yeah.
I just say this though. I think LeBron at his son Bronny, I think at his best, he's probably a 14-6 guy. I give him 14-6 at his peak.
Dang, that's all right. That's decent.
That's like a Patrick Beverly. Patrick Beverly averaged like 7 points a game, and he been got a $40 million contract here, a $30 million contract there. Hey man, you can still make some money in the NBA if you you know what I'm saying, can at least do that. And if he just a spot up shooter and play good defense, hey, you never know, man. So
Is it about
Brian doing the right thing, because if he stay in college too long, he gonna get pushed out, because I think LeBron knew, hey, I'm in the NBA still, I can get him in. Because his younger son, he gonna get in regardless, because he better than Bronny to me. But Brian probably figured, hey man, I'm still in the NBA, I can pull this off. But if I leave the NBA, I might not be able to pull this off.
I
Well,
think if he
you're right.
stayed in college, you run into a conundrum, because it's like, if you're too good,
Yeah.
then you're going to be too high for me to demand that the Lakers get me. Oh shit! Did I break up? Yeah.
Nah,
So if he's too good, then you're going to go too high for the Lakers to pick me, and then I can't play with my son, and that's ultimately what Brian wanted to do. But if you're too bad, now you got 2 years in a row that you're bad, and now this response is even worse if you're drafted. So I think he had to do it this year the way that they did it, and I think that was smart. Where you was, I'm not going to say good enough, but you was just in a position to where you can make an excuse for being drafted, and your pick was so high enough that it wasn't that big of a deal that we picked him. Because again, who gives a fuck about a 55th pick? So I think it was just a perfect situation to be in, where we got a 55th pick, nobody really cares, and we can waste that pick on him. Whereas if he came back next year and he lit it up at USC, now we might be talking about a high second round, late first round, maybe mid first round. Now I can't say, hey Lakers, you got to spend this on my son, because now the Lakers can bark back like, no, you got me fucked up, because now that's real draft capital.
So let me say this. This message, my lady, is shared with Matthew. We told Matthew the original time when he was talking about that goddamn get a homeowner's warranty and then file a claim. Matthew wanted to go the bootleg route, put a little duct tape on some shit and thought it was gonna work. And it did. So now he gonna come blame me on my takes and say it's Hink's fault. No. I said get a homeowner's warranty and then file a claim. If that means you gotta wait 30 days for the claim, then so be it. Suck it up and get it going. Pay whatever your deductible is and get your new AC. Instead, Matthew went the other route. He talked to that old mechanic that had that cigarette hang off his lip that could fix alternators and change motors and transmission for $150. He went him, and that's why his AC now he's suffering, about to play 11,000 to some white dude out of Home Depot.
A wise man once said, "A hard head makes a soft behind."
Hey, man, I took a big L this year, man. I ain't gonna lie, I've been taking L this year.
I don't care what y'all say. Shout out to Gen X, man. We think through stuff like that. We seek the proper advice, man. You take the proper advice from the Gen X, man. They're gonna lead you down victory road every time, brother. When you do it that new crack every way, y'all lose it. No, always listen to Hink. If he tell you some advice, bro, 9 times out of 10, it's gonna be good advice.
Hey, Hank, he should have a callus for these L's. I mean, he go through football season and take them all the time.
Hey, look, the funny thing about it is, Tommy, he on another person's show, he gonna sit there and ask me a question. Who gonna win the national championship? That was his question to me. And I gave him an answer I know he doesn't approve of. I said, shit, Michigan gonna win the Big Ten again. They two-time champ. They going for 3. He was hot. He cussed me out. He cussed. I'm on the show trying to be entertained by the show. He cussed me out. I can't reply to him because I'm engaged with the show, right? He cussing me out. I'm like, God damn, man. You asked my opinion, I gave you don't like my answer.
Hey, man, this dude been ducking and dodging me for like 3 weeks.
Look, first of all, I didn't duck and dodge. I was on a cruise enjoying life. Yeah, right. Other time I was in Houston and I was enjoying life. You know what I'm saying? That's all I was doing. I wasn't trying to dodge you, man. I was here for you, Matthew. And I apologize. I let you down because your AC went out. If you had listened to Old Head Hink, you probably would have your family been in there circle around you and y'all been watching I don't know, a good movie or something on family night. Instead, you sweating in the house while they over at your in-laws eating a good dinner, and you waiting on your Uber Eats come knock at the door.
Hey, you know what's crazy? I am waiting on my food, but hey, man, whatever, man. Like I said, it's your fault. It don't got. It's your fault.
This is wild.
Well, look here, man. Let me say this: the nepotism thing. I don't have a problem with it. Right? Again, I don't have an issue with it at all. I watched it in baseball. Y'all remember Ken Griffey Jr. and Ken Griffey Sr.? They both was on the Seattle Mariners at one time. And then ended up, a father and son. Well, of course, he was a coach at the time. Was with the Cincinnati Reds. So I have no problem with that, man. I think if every father had that opportunity, I think they should take advantage of it. You know what I'm saying? Like I shared earlier, my son works with the summer works that my company offers, and I made sure my son got in there. I make sure some cousins and other family members got opportunity as well. You know what I'm saying? So friends or family, make sure they got in there. Why? Because, man, hey, I want to see us win. If we could take advantage of a system that's been out there and been taken advantage of many other times before, why not?
Well,
The same Lakers who ran by Jenny Buss inherited that from her father. She didn't go out there and spend the money and go buy the Lakers. She's inherited. My favorite team, my Chicago Bears. It's a family-ran team. The Mikowskis, it's a family-ran team. I got no problem with that. None at all. And guess what? My company is going to be the same thing with my family. My son, my daughter, my granddaughter. They're going to have opportunities. My future wife's kids, they're going to have the opportunity to have it and get a hold to it and get a piece of the pie. Why not? That's what it's there for. That's what we're supposed to do. Set our families up to win. Don't set us up to lose. No, you got to go out there and struggle and fight and get your own shit. No, hell no. What am I going to do that for? I did that. I did that so you don't have to worry about doing that. Now, you're going to earn some shit. Please believe it. I ain't going to give you everything, but you're going to be taken care of. I'm going to give you the knowledge. You just got to go up there and achieve it.
I think the King Griffey is a bad one just because King Griffey was King Griffey. Like that wasn't a situation of King Griffey wasn't gonna be there. King Griffey was that boy, like he was child prodigy.
Sure.
I think nepotism is more. I think.
Take your ass home somewhere.
Hey, Matthew. Hey, take your shirt and do this.
Hey, sweat like a hog.
hey, I'm about to take my right hand and I'm about to turn my AC up to 4. No, I think nepotism is more like you might like same thing like what you're saying with your team, like with the Raiders, with Al Davis giving like him dying and leaving the team to his son. Like he more than likely wouldn't be in this position if his dad didn't leave him the team. I think that's more when nepotism comes in is your father being able to put you in that position that you otherwise wouldn't be able to be in. And again, like you said, I don't John Gruden's son is still our strength and conditioning coach. Nepotism. That's how he got the job, and like Wojnarowski said, it's rampant throughout all the leagues. You have whether it's your kid being able to be the ball boy, whether it's you in the office and your kid being able to be general manager or assistant general manager, or any of this. Like it happens all the time. This just happens to be a rare situation where an athlete gets to actually get his son into the league, and it's so rare. I think that's why it's kind of blowing people's minds or whatever. But this is nothing new, and there's nothing wrong with it. It is what it is. Like that's what you do as a father. That's why you want to get yourself in those positions to be able to do these type of things.
But Tommy, if you think about the reality of these real situation amongst us with the big nose and the big lip people, right? We think nepotism has to be on the highest level of achievement. Nepotism can be right there in teaching our sons and daughters just how to be skillful and gainful. And with LeBron, you got to think about it. Over the last 20 years, he's been the most influential basketball player since Michael Jordan. It was Jordan, then LeBron. As far as the level of hands that he could reach, LeBron has reached from coast to coast, right? And his sons, because Shaq's son would have had the same opportunity. He got sick. So life causes life changing situations to happen. Uh
Yeah.
you gotta watch Jason Tatum's son. Watch Jason Tatum's son. Because they gonna document that all the way. He got that light skin with the good hair look, so he gonna be in there. And anybody else that really got a son who can play some ball, it's a whole lot of guys that's got sons. Carmelo Anthony's son.
Let
You
me
know, it's just that nepotism is needed, especially
the
amongst men of color. It's
the
needed.
most nepotism we see in a regular day. I'm gonna tell y'all right now is the fucking ports. Them
The what?
union motherfuckers at the ports, man, you gotta be tapped in to get in there, man. Over here at the Port of Oakland, man, they paying
Bro.
75 to 125, 150 an hour. And if you ain't related to somebody, you probably ain't never get a job there. Nepotism to its finest.
But this proves LeBron is the GOAT. LeBron did better than Jordan at getting his son in the NBA. Yeah, how about that? Yeah,
That's
yeah.
out. That's
It was
out.
Now we
Hey,
talking
hey,
straight
hey,
hey,
basketball.
hey, it's time to drop Matthew.
hey,
Great
He's raising the
relationship.
temperature over
come on,
here.
let me get it out. Let me get it out. Hey. So now y'all remember the last thing you saw about Jordan's son was he was sleeping with his boy's ex-wife. See, LeBron ain't tolerating none of that. See, LeBron ain't like, hey man, I'm gonna get you in the NBA, we're gonna get you some money, we're gonna make sure you the poster boy, whether how sorry you are or not. See, Jordan on some trash. Jordan all about himself. Like, hey man, he ain't even looking out for his son, man. He got his
Hey,
son looking crazy.
straightforward. Hey, Hank, have you ever heard of Jordan Sons being broke? I haven't.
Ah,
Oh
here we
no, you
go.
ain't. You know they ain't
Oh,
heard.
okay.
They educated. They college educated too. So anytime you
Exactly.
get an education, you good. And I'm
Nah,
sure he got some funds for him, man. His
Jordan.
wife got a couple million, $100 million. So everybody's good, man. They gonna eat good for
Hey,
the rest of
hey,
their life.
Matthew, they'll be able to pay for you to get your AC fixed.
Hey, if they willing to pay that, hey, I would definitely take it. I would definitely
Uh,
take it. I don't care. I take that. But
Hey,
I'll say this.
I bet you Jordan will be the goat then.
You'll say,
For
Mike, man, come on.
11,000, shit, hell yeah, I'll take a GoFundMe. Like, come on, let me get that laptop.
Yeah,
You
hey,
gonna say, Jordan, come on, cash out me some money.
but I'll say this though, because dang, I forgot about to say, man. God damn. Okay.
That's how it be when it's hot in the motherfucker in your house and shit, man. I get you, man.
Hey man, it really ain't that hot right now. I got here right when the sun going down, so
Okay.
it's not as hot.
Close your curtains, man.
That's
Yeah, I
because you
did,
spend
Get that
most of your
man.
sun
time in
out.
that car. You don't want to come in that hot ass house.
Yeah, I was driving around a lot today. This is my day off too, man.
Wearing that gas tank out, boy.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie.
Well, look, man. Hey,
Get that little
look.
last bit of AC.
Oh no, he tried. He tried. He tried.
It's been a rough
But as
day.
far as the nepotism thing, man, it's the sad part is about it. It's mostly our community that's really putting up the biggest fight about it, man. That's what really hurts, man. And I heard more of our people really have a lot more pushback, man, on the situation. And I don't
Really?
like. I think, yeah,
Yeah, I
I've been
agree.
watching a couple of videos on YouTube, man, and then just listen to sports talk on radio.
Uh,
It's us,
Man,
man.
it's
And
it's,
I, I,
most of
it's
the guys at
but,
work, they
but
they
you know
have
I'm
what,
not gonna
Hank?
issues.
lie to you. I've seen more white folks than the black folks. I'm not gonna lie. Most of the black people I've seen have been going. So what they do it's literally been the white people that's been losing their fucking brain about this shit, as if this shit just doesn't happen in their community all the fucking time.
But you know what? You know who been had doing this more? At least I done ran into about 6 people that we kind of brought this kind of topic up at work and just out and about going to gas stations and stuff. Man, 6 people said the opposite of what y'all said as far as like you should do it. Everybody kept saying you need to own it on his own merit, and it was all my age and younger. I'm like, man, why y'all hating, dude? Like these people be hating either, like you said, either hate LeBron or they love just get it out the mud talk all the time, always wanting to be the underdog. Fuck that underdog shit. I'm tired of that shit. You ain't always got to come from slavery to be doing good. Then like you can still be always at a decent level and then you upgrade. People don't realize, man, you kind of you shit on your parents so much by saying how bad you did it, how bad you came from. If you say how bad it is, you making your parents look bad. People kill me with that, man. That's why I was like, man, Bronny got a good story. He had a good shoulders on his head. He didn't take his opportunity for granted. He doing what his father probably telling him to do. Like, look, man, I did this. Let me show you how to do it. You gonna let me show you? You say you ain't ready, but I think you is. I can get you in. What's wrong with that? But dudes be hating, man. Oh man, he supposed to try to earn it. Man, shut up, man.
Now that's important what you said, Matthew, because I one thing I always say on here is I was raised in the hood, but we was never broke. We
Yeah,
never went,
man.
nigga. I ain't never been on food stamps, government assistance, Section 8, none of that shit. We was always provided for. I agree with you. Like it'd be weird for me when I hear people talk about their struggle, because in my head I'm like, damn, that mean your parents ain't had no hustle about them. And I'm not judging them because I know situations be situations. But I'm telling you right now, like some of the stories that they be talking about from the hood, I don't relate. I
Yeah,
just don't.
that's why I say I can't
Well,
relate to them. Oh, go ahead.
now, what I was gonna say, a lot of those people you hear from like that are, I expect it from a kid, because anytime you have any type of discipline or structure or something like that, kids are not willing to accept that. They don't want to accept that. But when you become an adult and you look back on some things and you realize what your parents was actually doing, you should still be having that same conversation. It should be a different level of conversation. I appreciate the structure, the discipline that my parents provided, because I know I was a handful, and if they didn't do that, where I could have been, either dead or in jail. You know what I'm saying? That's usually a conversation of a young minded person. Not saying actually young in age. Excuse me. They could be my age, which is 49, but still be young minded, right? You know what I'm saying? And they think like it. Oh man, it was a lot of some people. I don't think it was bad as some people say. They just trying to sell a bunch of wolf tickets and dreams, make themselves look better than they were. Well, I came from this, why? Because I was always in the gut. I was homeless, living in a homeless shelter with me and my two brothers and our cats and dogs. And it's probably nowhere near the truth. They probably was maybe living check to check, struggling, but they wasn't homeless. You know what I'm saying? They wasn't down the street. They were living in a nice Section 8 apartment, probably somewhere. They wasn't homeless though, like they try to portray themselves as, but that's a totally different story.
Yeah. You know who had a bad story though? Jimmy Butler. He had a bad story.
Definitely agree with that. But man, it's just I just don't get it, man. Why not put your kids in the best position you possibly can? Why not do those things? Like I said, nobody said you had to give them everything. No, you give them what they need. Don't give them what they want, but give them what they need. And and part of giving what they need is an opportunity. We all
Yeah.
know how hard it was maybe for us to get in certain positions. You know what I'm saying? We all know how hard it was to get in the union or to get certain jobs or certain opportunities or be certified on certain things, because we know the long list of people trying to get their CDL. So now there's 150 people in front of me and I'm 151. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just trying to get in here so I can get my CDL so I can get it over the road and make some money. But I got 150 ahead of me. But if my dad knows somebody where he could get me moved up maybe halfway, I'm going from 151, now I'm going to 75. Okay, cool. I'm okay with that. I mean, now I gotta do my part to get there and be patient and do what I need to do. Maybe do some internships or maybe do some some jobs I ain't gonna get paid, but I get to go to do free training. If that's what I gotta do, that's what I gotta do, man. But if you could get me in the door, man, I appreciate that. If you could give me opportunity to get an interview, that's something. That's more than what I had. So what's wrong with that for your kids?
Ain't nothing wrong
I
with
don't
Yeah,
that.
have a problem.
even what I do as far as like driving a truck, I started off car hauling. Now,
Mhm.
typically with car hauling, you got to find somebody that's going to train you on it, because you're dealing with cars and they easy to damage and stuff. So a lot of companies don't like to teach people how to load, because in order to teach you, you pretty much going to have to fuck some shit up. I had a cousin that was into it, and he got me into it. And again, it's a form of nepotism. It's not father son, but it's my cousin was into it, so he was able to get me into it because he had his own truck. So it's different variations of it, And this is another thing people not understanding is you got to understand LeBron is in a league where he's literally watching nepotism all over the place. He's watching these owners hire their son that's not qualified for certain positions and still work that position. He's watching coaches hire their sons for positions that ain't qualified, but just because they their son, they hired them for. So if I'm surrounded by this and I'm watching, that's how these people in these upper positions operate. That's how the fuck I'm gonna operate. It's common sense.
Yeah. Ain't that how your boy Bill Belichick did with his sorry son?
They literally all done that. That's why I said even with John Gruden, even though they fired John Gruden, when John Gruden hired his son as a strength coach for the Raiders, and he's still with the Raiders. But again, who's to say he would ever got that job if he didn't, if his dad wasn't John Gruden?
Yeah, I ain't got no problem with it.
No, I don't either, man. And like I said, we need to take advantage of it, brothers, fella. I promise you, we do. We really do. To set our kids up and to set up their legacy, and for the next generation, that's what it should be. Like you said, we see coaches do it all the time. There's coaching staffs right now. We all know. You look at even down to the high school level. I'm even probably middle school and little league level. You hire people who you're familiar with, who you're comfortable with, who you have a relationship with. That's nepotism. You don't have to be a relative. Let me pull up the definition again. This is a definition by Google. Google's definition of nepotism: the practice amongst those with power or influence of favorite relatives, friends, and associates, especially by giving them jobs. It doesn't say just you have to be that had to be your son or your cousin or some type of relative. It said friends, associates. That's all part of nepotism. So you look on the coaching staff and I was at Murray State. Coach Houston Nutt had his brother on the staff as offensive coordinator. He was a head coach. Coach Nutt's brother was the offensive coordinator. Guess what? He had two other coaches on there that was teammates when he played at Arkansas, all on his staff. That's not that uncommon. And guess what? When Coach Nutt moved on, he ended up bringing up a player that was an assistant for him named Chris Vaughn. Now, I don't know if y'all know who that is. His son plays for the Dallas Cowboys right now. And guess what the Cowboys did? Drafted his son. And I think the sixth round of the draft. He got to make the call to us. He got to make the call.
Yeah.
Former teammate of mine, Chris Vaughn. Shout out to him and his family. I'm gonna try to set up an interview with him and his son for the Sports Channel one day. It won't be live, but it'll be pre-recorded. I'm just gonna upload it. But that's nepotism. Jerry Jones,
operate. We always say once a Raider, always a Raider. Why? Because it's a shitload of former Raiders that come back and they get jobs with the organization. It ain't necessarily family. It's you're tapped in because you was a Raider. And especially if you had a relationship with Al Davis, if you needed a job, he had you.
Hey, look, again, I'm all for it. I said in the beginning, I'm all for nepotism. Because my family time is coming. we going to run a company in the industry, and guess what? Hinks Incorporated. We see it. Look here. Matter of fact, Matthew, I'm going to do you a solid. I bet you look at that AC guy that's going to come over and put that AC in your house. I bet it's going to say Thomas and Sons AC unit. Look on that van and see if it don't say Thomas and Son. That's nepotism. That's a prime example. Now, hopefully you get your shit fixed soon, but I'm just saying, man. I hate to have to use the example. But it is what it is. That's nepotism.
I just want to say I hope the parts is on back order.
Oh my God, God damn.
Hey, man, y'all dirty, man. Y'all dirty, man. I try to be honest and vulnerable with y'all. And y'all dirty.
You've been transparent. I understand. We appreciate that, Matthew. We appreciate that.
Don't use me as content, man. Don't try to use me as content, man. Don't do dirty.
He said, "Don't use me as content. Don't make me a puncher bag."
I say this: the good thing is they coming tomorrow, though.
Go ahead.
They are really coming. Oh, my bad.
No, you fine. Go ahead and let it out, brother. I know you want to vent.
So right here, boy, I'm just saying the good thing is they coming tomorrow, man. I'm so happy, man, because I don't know how I used to do it like in the 90s as a kid. This heat is unbearable, bro. I don't like this, man. I didn't got soft. I can't handle it.
Don't think about the heat, brother. Don't think about it, man. Mind over matter. Mind over matter.
I stupidly thought I could come on here and distract me, but y'all making it worse.
Yeah, we're gonna give you pushback, man. That's part of who our culture is. We can laugh at you too.
That's right. His ass gonna be sweating that damn bed like hell.
Central air hits his head.
Yeah, he talking about, man, it ain't hot right now. The sun going down. He gonna get in that bed hot, sweating like hell.
Man, she's gonna be sticking to him.
Right, that's why he ordered Uber Eats, because he didn't want to turn that oven on, because he know he gonna make it house hot if you turn that oven on.
Yeah.
Speaking of AC, mine's just kicked on. It feel good too.
Bro, you know what's gonna be the crazy part about the whole ordeal situation? Tomorrow when they come in, right, they're gonna be in and out in about, I'll give them 7 hours tops. The time they start, the time they finish. And look how it go hurt your pockets, man. So you just gotta get a little more, get a little more stricter with yourself, save your money. Just get yourself out of the hole. It's gonna take a time, but listen, next time change the damn filters.
Oh shoot, that's the dude that was on GMT channel. He gonna be trolling me. I was messing with him on his channel. Ah man, these dudes about to give me.
Professor, come on through, big brother. I dropped the link in the chat, so it's pinned to the chat if you want to come through. That's
like
but on the serious note, that's what it's gonna be. That AC guy gonna have father and son on the side of his van, and they're gonna be coming as a tag team, getting you all the way right, Matthew. You gonna be happy. You got a basement? Hopefully, if you do, you better go sleep down there tonight. That's gonna be the cool space for your house.
It's Georgia, man. I ain't got no basement.
Not you gonna be on that level
Matthew,
4.
hold on. Did Matthew just tell us he in Georgia and it cooled down because the sun went down? Nigga, I'd have been in Atlanta. It don't cool down when the sun gets down. That air is hot. Fuck the sun. The air is hot.
Oh man, they got that dry heat down there too, boy.
Hey man, I could have sworn. Didn't they just have a panel saying no punching down? Y'all dirty, man.
Yeah, I don't honor that. I don't honor that.
See, that's why I be saying these conversations don't help.
see, they were having a discussion on whether you should or not. I don't think we all overwhelmingly agreed that you should.
No. I believe somebody comes swinging at you, you got every right to defend yourself and swing back. The hell with them.
But I ain't got nothing to say, man. I'm just ready to get cool again, man.
If I couldn't punch down, man, I wouldn't have been able to talk about your Cavs all these years when we was winning these chips, man.
Oh shit! I'm doing this.
Hey, look. As far as again, like I said with the nepotism thing, I want Bronny to be successful. I don't know how well he's gonna do, especially his first year. Truth be told, if I was them, I probably would send him down to the G League and let him do that for a season. Yeah, I would. I would send him down to a G League.
You don't think he could play like about 4 or 5 minutes a game?
No.
You think he do that?
Look,
bro,
if he does, look, he's gonna be a cheerleader, man, and that's what he's gonna be. If he stays up there in the NBA, don't go down to G League, he's gonna be a cheerleader. He's gonna be mad and probably gonna be upset because he's not gonna get the opportunity, man. And you know they're gonna do us disservice. Now I know LeBron's gonna have some pull, but part of the deal ain't gonna be say, "Oh, well, you gotta play my son." No, LeBron was just to draft your son. We ain't gotta play him. we promise you we're gonna draft him. We didn't say we're gonna play him. So I think he if he does, you know, I think they should go to the G League and just you know what I'm saying, maybe just a couple months. Anybody say the whole season, but a couple months, man, just to get your feet wet and get acclimated in the
Yeah,
system,
get your
man. And
rhythm going,
yeah,
and you
something,
actually
man.
going up against a better opposition, so you can really see where you at. But
Oh yeah,
let
for
me
sure.
kind of respond to what the distinguished professor said. I get what he's getting at because Clutch supposedly was going around calling people and telling them not to draft them. Here's the problem, though, and we've heard this from several players, including Gilbert Arenas and stuff. Y'all got to understand, every team ain't out to win. Every team ain't out to develop players. Some of these owners merely want money. And so if somebody like LeBron is in the league and he knows this and has firsthand knowledge of this, then I'm going to protect my son from possibly going to a team who is like that. So it's actually very smart of him to protect his son from possibly going to a team that ain't trying to develop players, that ain't even trying to win a chip. They're merely just trying to make their bottom line. So again, that's another part where nepotism cut to his advantage. What's up, my guy Ray? What's up with you, big dog?
What's happening, Ray? What's going on
What
tonight,
up,
big
y'all?
dog?
What up, y'all? Salute to the panel, salute to Big Hink, Trey Ferg, Tommy B, West Coast, and Wally. Salute to y'all. Salute to
Where you
y'all. I
been?
was just going to say,
It's been a while, baby. It's been a while, big brother. Where you been? Hiding?
man, this summer been summering right now, man. Getting this DJ money in right now, man. They calling it, bro, man. They calling. So I'm things picking up. That's the only thing. That's the only thing, bro. But
Get your bread, brother. Get your bread.
I, my best friend is a Laker head. You know what I'm saying? And I've been kind of quiet about it because my opinion is I'm not following what everybody is other than the nepotism. I get that because it goes on in the, you know what I'm saying, in the white community when it comes to their own. And we don't practice that enough in our community when we build up and put our kids on in comparison. So I do like that. However, I'm with James Worthy and Magic here on this, you guys. You know what I'm saying? From Hot Mike James Worthy. I don't know if y'all heard that clip from James. The legends. Um, I don't like that. I don't like the route they went with JJ Redick. It shows that the friend nepotism. Um, he could have had Sam Cassell. I'd rather it's been Sam Cassell. Um, and also to your point about Bronny, I mean, I think Bronny can develop. I think his dad will put a battery in his back for sure. But the Lakers is a dynasty team. They need to win now. They need to win now and right away. Due to the franchise, a storied franchise like the Lakers and the Celtics and the Knicks. These guys are all making moves to better their team. Okay. Lakers have not added nothing of quality in free agency thus far. They let Clay get away. We know why Clay and Paul George did not go there. They do not want to play with LeBron. So I think, in the sense that I think is if you're doing it for sports entertainment, great, good move. But if you're doing it to win, horrible, 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 horrible.
Here go
Too
my issue with
predictable.
that. Oh, my bad.
No, you got it. You got it.
Oh, okay. My phone freezes, so I know if you had stopped. Well, the JJ thing I can get with, but with Bronny, bro, we gotta be realistic, bro. Anybody getting drafted at 55 ain't coming in to help the team win. Like, we just gotta be realistic about that. Like, if you get drafted 55th, we're not bringing you in to be an integral part of the team. You're gonna be number 11 or 12 on the bench, and pretty much you're gonna be riding pine for most of the season. So I think that's kind of like a false equivalency people putting on this of, oh, how does he help the team win? We ain't never seen somebody drafted at 55 that expected to help the team win, if we realistic about it.
Yeah, I give you that. I can't really argue that.
In that sense, yes. In the sense of the last round in the number, yes. But take away from that, okay? Take away from that. They could have traded some picks to get better. They could have traded, even though whether it's worth or something or not.
Not
It's too
55
predict.
though, dog.
it's too predictable for a franchise that needs to win now. I get that point. What you're saying? No 55. Isaiah Thomas from Tacoma Hilltop. He was the last pick in the draft, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Took him a little minute, but he got there, right?
Yeah.
And went on a nice little streak for about what 4 years, right? 2, 3, 4 years. So you're right.
But the
He
reason why
can't
you bring him up
develop.
though, Ray, is because that's a rarity. You get what I'm saying? Like most guys that's
Yeah,
drafted at that spot, like I said earlier, you usually gonna be a split a contract and you going G League. So
yeah,
it
yeah,
and we can't take away from the spot because the spot that they took him. That's why I said had he came back for another year, now you put the franchise in a different situation because if you're good enough or if you improve on what you was, now you got to make a decision if you're going to do this with a possible first round or even a higher second round pick. See, even if
yeah,
we was talking about a 31, 32 pick, that's even different than like a 50 something pick because if you're early second round, that's still too close to the first round for somebody who possibly wouldn't have been drafted. But if you're drafting somebody that's literally what Hink said, 3 spots away from not being drafted, eh, again, the only reason why we even know who this guy is because it's LeBron's son. Had they drafted any, like, okay, right now, off the top of our heads, can anybody name 56, 57, 58? Exactly my point. The only reason why we're talking about this spot is because it's Bronny James.
I agree.
All I want to see this year is he throw an alley oop to his son and his son throw an alley oop to him. That's all I want to see. If they can get a poster like Wade did when he had his hands up like that and when LeBron was dunking, do it in reverse. Oh, that'd be cold right there.
And I hope
See,
they both miss
Matt
the
wants the
dunk.
sports entertainment part. See, he wants the sports entertainment part of it. You know
Yeah,
what
man,
I'm
them niggas ain't winning the championship no way. I just want them to be in the league.
saying?
Hey man, this is making a better story for us Cleveland fans. Yeah. Tommy know about that. Tommy know all about
Hey, hold on.
Get
Hey,
out of here.
Matt,
that.
you go ahead and hang it up, buddy. Hey, after what Philly and New York did, hey man, y'all go ahead and go to y'all factory of sadness, man. Y'all about to get bullied in the East. New York,
uh,
Philly,
What did Philly do?
Boston.
What did Philly do?
they just got
Paul
Philly
George?
got
overpaid.
Paul George.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Yeah.
ugly.
Yeah.
Now
It's gonna be ugly.
listen, Ray. I'm not listen. I'm saying compared to Cleveland. I ain't talking about the rest of the league. They about to dog walk Cleveland. New York gonna dog walk Cleveland. And the Celtics, man, this shit gonna be enjoyable to watch, man. That's about
But
what
yeah,
12 straight
and
losses.
Philly also, I think
There's still free agency left to go.
Oubre Jr. is resigned with Philly again, so he's back in Philly too as well.
That's
So,
cool. It's all right. It's
Cleveland
cool.
go. Oh, you
but
got
look here,
guys.
man.
Go ahead.
Maybe he's funny. I'm gonna say this. I think the as far as the situation with him and Bronny, I think 55th pick, like Tommy said, I could definitely agree. It's like a throwaway pick. That's all the shit was. It was a throwaway pick. I mean, look, the Lakers ain't had a first pick in the first round in the past 3 years. They traded all of them away. This is the first one in about 3 years that they had a first round pick, and they got a gem in that Tennessee player. You know what I'm saying? They got him at the 17th pick. That was a steal.
Oh yeah.
They projected him in the top 10, and they got him at 17. So they got a steal. So why not throw a shot out there in the wind? See if Bronny may be paying out. I don't know. It may take about 2 or 3 years down the road. He get a lot of more training, get coached up, and things happen. He might pop. Look, you don't know. You only spent the 55th pick of the second round. So what does it matter? Most of them second rounders don't even make it to the league. They forever G League players. They don't.
Well, didn't
So,
what
it's
pick
what
was
it is.
Isaiah? What pick was Isaiah Thomas?
The last.
Which
The
one?
very last. Isaiah Thomas, the young one from here, from Tacoma,
I
from
think
that
he
Yeah,
was
played
the
for the
best.
Kings and Celtics.
and if we honest about that, that was more because
No,
of
he
his
was the
size and
last
his
pick of the
skill
second
too.
round.
He
And
was the
that was more,
last pick, period.
yeah, that was
He was
more
the
due to
very
his
last
size
pick.
stuff.
Was he?
If
Yes.
he was 6'3", It's no way he would have been picked that low. It's just he was short and people slept on him because he was
He
short.
was the very last pick, Hank.
Yeah, I give you that, Tommy. I'm just saying, like, okay, who was the? I get it because that's basically how people can say about Gilbert Arenas. If he didn't act a fool, he would have been like what top
Yeah,
three.
yeah, 100%. He would
No,
he would have been in the first round. He just acted an ass in the
Okay, I give you
combine.
that. But I'm
hold
just saying
on.
that he was what probably the best second round.
He's easily the best second rounder ever.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
yeah,
What?
Well,
yeah.
wait a minute. What round was Nate Robinson picked in?
Hold on,
Hold
hold on,
on,
hold
man.
on, hold on. Hold on, time out. Tom, I know you didn't just say that Isaiah Thomas was the best second round pick ever.
No,
Is that what
no,
you said?
Gilbert Arenas. Gilbert Arenas.
Okay, okay,
Yeah.
okay. All right, I was gonna say,
You shake
God
your head,
damn.
Trey Ferg, but hold on. Name another second round pick that became a franchise player.
Ever?
I know it's another one, but
It's
That
what
got to
became
be
a
another.
franchise player?
you said
He
franchise?
wasn't a franchise player. He had
That
a
He
man
few
was
good
a
couldn't
years.
he was a franchise player for
wait,
like
you
2 years.
He had a few good years, and that was it. That's not franchise. You don't
Who?
go play
Who?
all.
Who,
That
You
is
don't win.
franchise.
no,
who
I
y'all
mean,
talking
let's
about?
stop. Hold on. Let's stop. No.
Wembley's a franchise player.
He was given the keys to the Washington Wizards as a
Yeah.
franchise player.
Okay. He was a gunner too. He shot more than Kobe. What
Oh,
you
you talking
talking
Who
about
about?
was
Gilbert?
Gilbert?
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
thought you were talking about Isaiah
Yeah.
Thomas. Gilbert definitely was
Oh
a
no,
franchise
Gilbert was
player.
a franchise player for the Wizards, definitely,
He did that for
Absolutely.
like 6 years.
100%. I'm like,
definitely.
whoa. What are we talking about? Maxed out and everything.
Yeah, I thought you
Oh
was talking
yeah,
about Isaiah. Nah, yeah, Gilbert was a
They
man.
actually had to make that rule for the second rounders because of him, because he fucked up the pay thing. He got to his money faster than the first rounders. So it was first rounders that was teasing him because he got picked in the second, and he was able to get to the money a year before them. So he was getting paid before the first rounders. Him and Richard Jefferson used to go back and forth about it because he said he'd be sitting on the bench laughing at him like, "Yeah, I'm a second rounder, but I'm making more money than you." And Richard Jefferson
Yeah,
was a
I
first
think
rounder
y'all
because
spoke too soon about calling Gilbert Arenas because I forgot Jokic is a second round pick.
okay, yeah, I stand corrected then. Yeah, Joker would take that then, 100%.
Well, I'm not talking about the
Yeah.
Caucasian, but I'll
But
say this.
before Joker, I would say it was Gilbert. But yeah, I definitely give it to Joker now for sure.
But I say this
oh
though,
yeah.
Gilbert started that shooting from half court type almost. Do you remember that Hibachi? He used to be killing it. I like Gilbert, man.
I got
Isaiah was at one point in time was at shoot, he became the Kings franchise player right before he got traded, a year or two before he got traded to the Celtics. Or
Nah, I
before
wouldn't
he
say
became
franchise. He was a good player.
well,
He
who
wasn't
well,
franchise
who
player.
okay, well when Isaiah was hitting them points for Sacramento,
Uh,
who else was doing that on the Kings? That
no,
was a
listen,
franchise player.
No,
listen.
it was him and Cousins.
Hold on. He was the best player on
Okay,
the
yeah, you're right.
team.
Was
Remember
Cousins considered
DeMarcus
But
a
Cousins?
no, but
franchise though?
DeMarcus
DeMarcus
Cousins was
Cousins was
better
100%
better.
than
because
him.
it's a franchise player. It didn't work out, but yes, he was. Hell yeah.
In
DeMarcus Cousins
comparison,
was
I
better
know
than.
because he was there before Isaiah though, right?
No, I don't think so.
No, I won't say about the same time.
Oh well,
They was
I
probably
don't
a
know
year
then.
apart. They was
Hey,
probably a
DeMarcus
year
Cousins
apart.
was better than him.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
So
because he
fellas, I got some.
came in like 2010. I think
As
it's what
far
it
as the
was.
rankings of the top 10 second round players, y'all would probably never guess who's number one.
I
It's
wouldn't guess.
I said Jokic. I said Jokic.
well, just based off this, I don't know how long this list go by. Jokic was the only one to win an MVP, but as of today's numbers, Chris Middleton, then Gilbert, then Paul Millsap. Then they have, yeah,
Is that because of longevity?
yeah, just the number. Then they have Maurice Cheeks, Tony Kukoc. This is going back over the history, not just the last
Who
5 or
coach?
10
Yeah,
years.
who coach and Cheeks,
Draymond
Maurice
Green is
Cheeks.
in there, and Dennis Rodman is
Oh
in there.
damn, Draymond and Robinson. Okay, well then we got to reevaluate.
Some decent ones. Hey, before we go any further, I got a couple things I need to do. I want to welcome my man Professor to the show for the first time. So I got to ask you a question, brother. Since it's your first time to the show, I need to know what's your guilty pleasure songs, brother. What songs you listen to, but you be embarrassed if your boys knew you was listening to, but you crank that bitch up every time you hear it on the radio. Before you answer, I gotta display my Funko and album of the week. Because if not, my lady will be mad at me because I'm supposed to do this every week, every time I got a show. So let me show the video. I started putting on the video to make it easy for me to remember. It's only 6 seconds. So that's going to give you Professor time to come up with that at Marilyn Manson album you like.
Damn. Okay.
So shout out to New Edition as album of the week, and the character from X-Men Rhino is my action figure of the week. So Professor, what is your answer, brother? Did I hit the nail on the head? Was it Marilyn Manson? Is that your favorite performer? We can't hear you. You're on mute, brother. You're on mute. We can't hear you.
Lord, don't say that.
If he's on his phone, just tell him go into the settings, then hit your audio.
Professor, are you on your phone? I don't know. He might be.
Maybe he on the computer.
Yeah.
All right. Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. We got you.
Yeah.
Had
to go in and put it. Yeah. So guilty pleasure song is going to be. It was made famous in a decent movie, but it's going to be Vanessa Carlton's 1,000 Miles.
Are you ready to sing a couple poems? Are you ready for that? Are you ready?
Are you ready?
I've never heard of it.
You never heard of it?
Wait, who ain't heard of that song?
Walking in
got
faces,
Hold on.
passing them hometown. Staring blankly ahead, just making my way through the crowd. Yeah, come on now. I miss you.
Shout out to white chicks.
And now
And now I wonder if I could. Hey, that nigga slap.
All three singing that shit.
Would pass me. I'm trying to tell you.
Step on. We got to click.
I ain't by myself.
With y'all. Y'all was singing that shit as a chorus.
Hey, man, my show is going to hell in a handbasket, man. God damn.
3 tops.
Hey, man, listen, man. Don't give a fuck where you from. That's a good goddamn song, man.
I'm trying to tell you.
So, brother Professor, what is your take on this situation? I know we kind of started to talk about it in the back check on the GMT show.
Right.
Didn't want to give my take at the time, but I'm interested in hearing what your take is on the situation. Is it nepotism?
No, it is. It's definitely nepotism. I mean, it's not about what you know, it's who you know. So that goes in every situation. My current position I have now, my job, I got because of nepotism. One of my boss's daughter worked for me, and I got a job at his establishment. So nepotism is what it is. It definitely runs rampant in sports. But like I said in the chat, my issue comes when you purposely alter the situation. Where does Bronny come out if his dad doesn't sort of make him come out? Does Bronny get picked by another team if Rich Paul doesn't say if you pick him he's going to play in Australia? At the end of the day, like if you want what's best for your son, you're going to put him in the best situation. And I'm not sure LA is the best situation for Bronny. It could be another team that can develop him, or staff that can develop him to become a greater player. Because obviously his dad hasn't been able to develop him in the 18, 19 years he's been here. So because he would have been picked a little bit higher if he was developing correctly. So he needs to be on a staff that can develop him and not in LA under those bright lights, because people do fall on those bright lights. So I have an issue with that part. But nepotism, I'm okay with.
So let me say this real fast. I think Bronny's just like his daddy. He's passive aggressive. He's aggressive when he needs to be. He's not like that all the time. So you remember how years people say, "Man, I wish LeBron be more aggressive on offense. I wish he would take over games." His son's the same way. Bronny's the same way. I remember I was watching Gilbert Arenas' podcast. He's talking about when I training, but when he was on, couldn't nobody stop him in the gym. But you had to push him to get him going to that point. I think that's his problem. I think he needs to be more aggressive, especially when you only 6'1", maybe 6'2", pushing it. You're not that big, so why not be more aggressive? You coming off the bench ain't like you're a starter, so why not be more aggressive on offense? It ain't gonna hurt you. What they gonna do? Bench you? I mean, you coming off the bench anyway, like you was a starter. Be more offensively aggressive and go for gusto. But I don't know if it's any. It hasn't been him so far. And who's to say? All of a sudden he could turn them on. He get to the NBA and all of a sudden that fire in his belly's there and he's ready to be an offensive leader and the offensive scoring champ someday. I don't know. But if he's like his dad, like he's been, he's gonna be passive and not aggressive. And so I think that's part of his problem. I don't know. We'll see.
Well, Hank, I got a question for you. I got a question for the panel. Do you think Dwayne Wade's daughter is gonna be better than WNBA?
God damn. You talking about his biological daughter? I ain't talking about that old.
We had to go there, Dylan. We had to go there.
Now, that's his daughter.
He got a daughter? Oh, wait.
That's his daughter now.
And that's his son.
That's his daughter.
Man, that was
listen,
done, man.
I'm gonna keep it. Listen, I'm gonna keep it solid with y'all. That little.
I'm gonna call it play. I'm gonna call it play.
Hold on, Ray. Let me say this real fast. Professor, you can't come over bringing this foolishness now.
Foolishness.
What shit was that, man?
This is a simple question.
I ain't answer that damn. I ain't fooling with you.
Yeah, Hank, you could get canceled after this one.
Yeah. Even with LeBron's case, I think it's a great thing because, brother, you spoke about another coach. NBA coaches don't develop players. They have to come with it already in them. They just run their system. Tom Thibodeau, prime example. He has a system. He's not developing players. And if you can function within that system, he'll be okay. Now, I compare J.J. Redick and Bronny James the same. It's unfortunately LeBron James' son, he really couldn't play as much because coming off a heart injury like that, most of y'all sons would have stopped playing. Y'all have been like, come home to daddy, baby. But he understood. He took in his time. And I think because Summer League is going to shut up a whole lot of people about whether or not he can shoot ball because the Summer League is going to be really good this summer when they start. Now, if he can average 16, 17, J.J. Redick's a shooting guard. If LeBron James can come in, shoot 3 or 4 threes, make 3 or 4 threes, average 10 to 15 points, he's a win. He'll have a successful career. Now, when LeBron leaves, things could change. He may move out of, not be in L.A. when it's all said and done. But if he can play and be consistent, just like Tim Hardaway, guys that can really shoot, I think he'll have a chance. NBA is different from college. So you've seen players that never really developed in college come out and be breakout NBA players. And you've seen players on Division II level come in the NBA and take over. Damian Lillard, guys like that. So you never really know. And the fact that he can shoot that ball, I give him the advantage. Anybody that can shoot the ball got the advantage.
Yeah, but Trey, I got a slight pushback to that because I will say there are some programs, some franchises that do develop their players. I've sent 4 kids to the NBA. Myself as a coach, my college classmate is an assistant coach for the Knicks, Dasaki Yasumoto, Dice. So if you certain franchises will. The Knicks know because they're already ready to sit, they're already ready to go. But if you come with someone like Charlotte, you go to OKC, certain places where they have a young core, they're gonna try to develop those players. Now, Charlotte hasn't done a great job at developing players recently, but certain franchises do develop their players. And they bring in people. As a matter of fact, the coach they just hired was a developmental coach in Milwaukee. So they bring in Chris Middleton wasn't Chris Middleton until he got developed. Giannis Antetokounmpo wasn't Giannis until he got developed. So there's certain franchises that will develop their talent, and then when they get to a certain point, they want to bring in pieces to augment that talent that they develop, and then from there on, they're not developing any more talent until they need to. So that's the only pushback I have on that.
No, so here's the thing. Even with those teams, what greater team can a player be on than a team that his father has been successful and proven throughout this generation of basketball player? He's been the dominant player in these last 20-something years. He's in a more of a coaching position now because LeBron has taken over coaching situations in the game. Now, as far as the style, I think he'll be able to elevate his game And the fact that he has a shooting coach, he has a young coach. So coaches tend to favor players that they bring in. Him and JJ Redick compare very similarly. JJ Redick had a proven college record. Bronny doesn't. But and you're right. Teams can develop players, but other teams have a lot more players Bronny James style. LA don't have a shooter. They need a pure shooter. And I think it'll give him an advantage coming off the bench whenever he plays. He's going to be able to shoot the ball because LeBron, AD, and the little white guy demand
Austin
all the
Reeves.
attention. So if LeBron's sitting over in that corner and he's making threes, then he's going to be okay. He just got to make shots. That's all. He just got to make shots. That's what it comes down to. And dunk the
Right.
ball, get a 2 or 3 steals a game, then he'll be all right. That's it.
Yeah.
Well, look, man, I think if he could become you don't even have to shoot the ball in his first year. If he could be a defensive terror, he could make him in the league for 10 years. Because most NBA players don't want to play defense. That's just not their thing. But you got guys like Patrick Beverly who can stay in the league, or Tony Allen, play for the Celtics, play for the Memphis Grizzlies, are able to stay in the league because of their defensive tenacity. Look here, when Rondo came to the NBA, he wasn't known as a shooter. He left Kentucky. He was a great defensive player who knew how to find the open man. And guess what? He still, once he got in the NBA, he wasn't no great shooter, but he found the open man and played good defense and was very smart and did what he needed to do to help his team win. Bronny, you could do the same thing and remain in the league for 10 plus years.
Mm-hmm. And Vince Carter was the same way.
Just little things, man. Little things is all you have to do to remain in the league, man. But you got to be willing to do them. And like you said, it's all about who you know.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it ain't about what you know, it's about who you know. And fortunate for him, he knows coach, 5% owner / player LeBron James.
Yep.
That's who he knows.
Yeah.
That's his father. He's in good hands. The Lakers is a perfect spot. Professor, I know you said to say he could have went somewhere else to develop. No. He's in the ideal place that's going to at least allow him to be there for at least the next 2 years. Because LeBron got a 2-year deal.
Yep.
He's going to be there for 2 years. So that's 2 years of guaranteed development. Guaranteed development. And guess what? Hey, if he's anything like his father with the work ethic, he's going to be fine. I think he's going to be fine, man. I like I said, I would like to see him be more aggressive on offense. But that's just a pipe dream I have for him. But I think he's going to be fine because he has it's in his genes. It's in him.
Right.
And look, he got 2 years. Man, he might mess around and get his third son up. I mean, that was third son. His other son. Now, Bryce is what? He's about 6'8", 6'9".
He's a better one. He's the best one out of both of them.
Yeah. So he's got the potential. Now, is he going to be a one and done? I don't know. But I can see him possibly in the NBA in the next few years. Will LeBron stay around for a second? You talk about a record.
Bryce don't think Bryce said, his dad be too old. He'll be 42. I don't think his dad will be too old. But I just think I don't think it's a bad thing. I think he's set up, to your point, Hank. I think he's set up to be developed good. I think LeBron's not going to set him up for failure. I think with JJ Redick there, they're going to tune him in for the summer. The summer league, to your point, for all the first rounders and early second rounders, that's the way their drafts seem like they all going to be playing in the summer league every single game to get on the squad, especially the if you're not in the first round. So I think all the first round and second rounders will be in the summer league playing probably every game. And Bronny should be in there every game. But I think their focus, every other player is they got it already down packed. I think the summer is going to be focused on him and seeing whatever small free agency they can add to the team. But I think he's going to be okay. I think he's, but he ain't going to treat him like nepotism on the court, though. He's going to be on him, when it comes to game time. So, we'll see. It's going to be interesting, that's for sure.
Can I ask this question? Do you think the pressure of LA, the pressure of having to perform under your dad's spotlight could overshadow him?
I actually agree with you, Professor. What you said, I think that the bright lights is like going to Philly or New York or LA or Boston. to the media, to like you said, to the point. These are juggernauts franchises. To your point, so there is that pressure, especially with the Lakers, because they still got to win now. You know, they know ain't no rebuilding. This would be different if it's a rebuilding team. This is a team that's still trying to stay intact with Denver. You get what I'm saying, and all the other squads in Oklahoma City. So for me, to your point, I agree with you. Like it could be some pressure. That's why I think, but I think it also may be good because he can adapt under his dad though about it though. That's what I'm saying. The interesting part is how he's going to handle the pressure for me. Being developed, I think he's going to be fine. But the pressures, those in and out days, is the ones I want to see. Those on and off days.
Yeah. I don't think there'll be a lot of pressure. I'm sorry.
I disagree with that. It's because he's in LA. Now, yeah, is it a big media market? Yes, we all know that. But look, this boy's been doing for 18 years under the shadow of his father, and he still was able to live up to what he needs to live up to. Not only that, his dad's going to take most of the heat because who he is. He's still LeBron. He's still one of the best players in the NBA, at least top 10 best player in the NBA. He's still going to remain and get that pressure. They know he's a 55th pick in the second round. They know he's a developmental player. They know everybody knows he shouldn't have got drafted. He should have been a free agency signing. We all know that. And we know why he got drafted, because of who his father is. But at the same time, we all realize ain't going to be no pressure on that boy. And the reason why, his daddy going to take all that heat. Look, he took blame for shit we know he shouldn't have took blame for. When he was at Cleveland, many of times he jumped on the sword. When he was with the Miami Heat, jumped on the sword. Many of times. You think he's not gonna do it for his son? I'll be damned he gonna let the press come at his son like that. You better not. You'll never get another opportunity to get an interview with me. No one-on-ones. I see you ask question. Fuck you. What'd you say?
I think he's still going to have to. I think his dad's going to teach him media training along with the
Brother,
other
he's already
NBA.
got that.
What he
He's
what,
already
what when he
gotten that,
comes
bro.
in.
Everything that we
I
talking about,
mean,
Bronny already got that. He already got all that. LeBron got a team of experts, and you got to remember his son was a top 25 McDonald's All-American. So even within his class, you know, that says something. It's some guys that wasn't McDonald's All-American and made it. So it goes either way. And as far as what Hink said, I agree with that 100% because LeBron been taking pressure worse than this. This guy's a rookie, not expecting to do anything. People are already saying, "Oh, he shouldn't be there," but shit. And if I took 10 and asked, you know, the same question, 10 of us would say we would want our son to be in that position. Now, whether or not we can handle it is the problem. LeBron James has been handling it since high school. Some of y'all got LeBron James high school posters on your wall. So you already know that he can handle it, and just the fact that he's well grounded. His son seems very humble because he's been living a millionaire status as a kid, and I don't see him just going out doing silly stuff. In the NBA, I'm telling you, go embrace him, and if he averaged 10, 12 points, man, what we gonna say? He should have averaged what his daddy averaged. Come on, man. It don't make sense.
If he averaged 12, 10 points, it's on his first season. That's a success, already.
So that's
all things considered, because he didn't get close to that to college. So if he was able to come on a different maximum tier in the NBA and do that, that's definitely a success.
And LA needs shooters. So JJ Redick is a pure shooter. He played in Duke, shooter, NBA shooter. Bronny James, he's going to embrace Bronny James and show him how to shoot that rock. I'm trying to tell you.
Well, it took Kobe. It took Kobe a few years.
Yeah, but Kobe was an all-around player. He wasn't a shooter.
But it took him a few. Well, Bronny not a shooter neither. So
yes, that's what he's known for, shooting the ball.
All right.
Yeah, but his percentage was terrible though, Trey.
Well,
let me say this:
NBA.
Bronny's been in the spotlight ever since he was. Him and my son was the same year, same class, 2023, and I remember going on the AAU circuits. And when they came here to Louisville, twice he came to Louisville. I was hoping, I was going down there to get to see LeBron. Of course, LeBron didn't come down. I got this. The game I got to see was Carmelo Anthony. Now Carmelo Anthony was in Louisville when he him and LeBron's son played each other in the AAU tournament. It was you couldn't even stand. And I don't know if you ever know anything about the AAU. There's not a lot of seats.
Right.
You got the 10 seats for each team, and then you probably got about another 2 sets of bleachers. Yeah. You know, them old metal cold ass bleachers. Guess what? Them things are full, plus everybody standing around to watch the game. The kids was upset because their parents weren't even watching their game, watching their another person's son's game. Now, how does that shit work? I'm leaving my son's game to support my son, to support another man's son who ain't got no blinder. But that's what they was doing. I'm like, dude, why would you leave your son and play? Well, my son understand. His son was mad as hell. His son ended up playing bad because it messed with him. His daddy wasn't there watching. He watched every other game, but guess what? Bronny and Carmelo sons playing. I'm gonna go and watch them. I said, "Oh, you dead wrong for that, bro. You know you wrong for that. You better make it up to your boy." I told him about himself for that shit, but that's what people did. It was standing room only. Now, please believe me, they put on the show playing against each other. That wasn't the first time. They played each other for a whole lot of times, but that was the first time that season, and so he's used to that. I mean, he had 2 security guards around him. High school, you got security around you. I was there sitting first. They weren't even playing yet. They said, sir, man, you mind if you move? Bronny gonna come over and his team, they playing. I'm like, man, ain't nobody over here, just me by myself. I'm sitting there relaxed. Watch some other team play. Yeah, but they play next on this court, so we just trying to get. I'm like, all right, man. So he said, man, you ain't got to leave. I said, no, I know I ain't got to leave. It's free spot. What you mean? So I ended up going over to the bleacher before it got all crowded and it got too full over there. But I ended up sitting over there just watching the game. But I'm like, damn. I mean, are they that good? After watching play, yeah, I can say they was good. They was good. They was worth the price of admission. But you got guys who just coming to the gym. They paying $30 for just to watch him play, and then they leave it because they ain't got no kids there. But they wanted to see Bronny James and Carmelo Anthony's son play against each other. So he's used to all that attention. It's nothing new to him. You know what I'm saying? That's nothing new to him. It's just going to be on a different level, you know, where he's not going to be the main attraction. His daddy is. Now, if they're going to ask him something, they're going to be asking about his damn daddy, questions about his daddy. Well, why didn't your daddy play good? Well, you need to talk to my daddy. Well, you know, what you talk to me for? I'm not even playing. I'm just over clapping it up for him, you know, cheering him on, encouraging him, bringing him water. That's all I'm doing. I'm not playing. I'm a practice dummy. You know what I'm saying? I'm part of the scrimmage team. I barely get on the plane. But you know what I'm saying? It is what it is, man. I want to see the young man do well, man. I really do. I want to be able to success. Professor's hating on that, man. I don't know why.
No. Let me explain. Like I'm happy. I'm not upset that he got drafted. I don't dislike the fact that he's gonna make his money. I don't really dislike the fact that he's in LA with the Lakers. I just wish it would have happened organically. That's the only thing I don't like. Just like I don't dislike LeBron. I just dislike he took his talents to South Beach as opposed to staying with a team and building like everybody else did. So I don't dislike the guy. I just hope he has a great. I don't think he's going to be at what everybody thinks he's going to be. I think he'll be a 10 to 15-year vet, and he'll be just a basic player. I'm happy for him. I'm happy he's going to get this opportunity. I'm happy if any brother is going to get the opportunity, whether they grew up with a silver spoon or a spork. I'm happy for
him. So let me ask you. I mean, normally we wouldn't talk this much NBA or basketball period like this, but you know, since it's LeBron's son, it's got to be talked about. Normally, I'm a football guy. I'm a football first. Football is a man sport to me. You know, football is God, but basketball is second. Reason why? Because my son plays basketball, college basketball. So that's what made me get into the basketball game. I don't know a lot about, but I was forced to because my son plays basketball, and so. Who is your football team? Do you like NFL? Do you like football?
I'm one of the rare guys who I definitely love football. I've been around it for quite some time. I'm a Carolina Panther fan, so I don't really talk much football these days. And if I would have known you last year, I would have told you I didn't like the quarterback they drafted. I still don't like the quarterback they drafted, and I probably never will like the quarterback they drafted. So
you don't like Bryce Young, huh? You against that? Well, look, me as a Bears fan, I greatly appreciate you, Carolina fans, and what you've done for my franchise and my organization.
What else can we give you?
Well, look here. I'm previously, y'all got a nice defensive end. I would like to have. We are looking for one. So
which one?
The one y'all drafted a couple years ago. I think y'all just didn't y'all just read Burns? Is it? Burns?
We got rid of him. We got rid of him.
Where did he end up going?
He signed. I think he's with New York. I think he's with the Giants. He signed with the Giants.
Damn.
So here's the thing.
Y'all ain't got shit else we want then, unless y'all got a good trainer.
Here's the thing that messed everybody up, because we could have gave Brian Burns up as opposed to DJ Moore, and so people are upset that they let Brian Burns go for nothing. So when we got Jadeveon Clowney and DJ Wanham, and that's it right now on the edge. So and I wasn't a Brian Burns fan either, so he can go.
See, I think he's a nice young player, though, man. He's got too much pressure on because he's the only good defensive player that. Well, I ain't gonna say the only good defense. I like that corner y'all got. From
the one that can't stay injured, stay hurt. I mean, stay healthy.
Yeah,
JC.
So I like. He's definitely decent, but I thought Burns was a good young player, but y'all don't have a lot of other people to keep him from getting double teamed. So I think that's part of the problem.
Well, what hurt was the Rams offered 2 first rounds in the second, and then they offered a 3rd first round in the second, and they turned it down. So they just totally screwed the pooch when it came to what they did with Brian Burns' situation. That's what upset a lot of people. The Eagles wanted him for a first rounder. You guys would have gave up a first rounder. It just and then we trade up and get a Allen Iverson quarterback. But
what you're saying, brother professor, is what somebody said earlier about some teams and franchises. Some franchises really don't want to win. It's just about.
Well, you know what? It's funny you say that, because I had a player one time, a former NBA player, lottery pick, and I bring it up because he won a national championship at Connecticut. He asked me. He said, "What?" He said, "What does?" He said, "What makes good play? What separates good players from great players?" And I said, one is the winning, and it starts with the franchises. I said, there's a reason why certain franchises consistently lose no matter where they are. Cleveland has lost since forever until they moved to Baltimore and they won 2 championships. The Jets have always been terrible. The Panthers have never had back-to-back winning seasons.
Oh, the Jets won a Super Bowl?
No. I wasn't even born. Joe Namath was.
Well, see, just because you wasn't born don't mean it was a football time.
It was, but the franchise has changed. So, like, Cleveland was good at one point when Jim Brown was there, but they're not good now, right? So, at the end of the day, like, when a player learns how to win, because the Warriors were terrible for you, they weren't terrible, but they weren't going with. They had Run TMC, then they had the team with Steven Jackson, but until Mark Jackson got there and Steve Kerr got there, and they learned how to win, that's when they became a dynasty-style franchise where they only wanted a certain level of athletes. But the Charlotte Hornets we haven't had a winning season in 8 years. Before then, we never been to the conference finals. So the Hornets have never been to a conference finals, never been to a finals. So there's a reason why certain franchises win. The Lakers, the Celtics, who else is there? The San Antonio Spurs. They all have the same situation in their front office. And so what separates a good player from a great player? Going to a great franchise and learning how to win. And certain players don't know how to win.
But that's bad. That's bad management. The players are developed by the teams and the management. So a good player, really a great player, as you see coming out of college, is the guy that puts in that extra work. He ain't at the strip club throwing up the money. He's out there working on his game before he get to the franchise. Now, you can be a franchise player just by developing your game and improving every year. Regardless of the program that you come out of, I think once you get to that ultimate level, it has to be something within that player to be greater than the other players. It's within him, nothing had to do with the franchise, because we've seen great players switch teams. in their prime. And those
Mhm.
teams didn't really develop him. It's just that the player, when he got there, he changed the culture of winning. Charlotte's
Okay.
always made bad decisions about draft picks. They didn't always take the
Well,
best player. They just took the guy that had the most hype. And then
we
when he
drafted
get so,
we drafted Kobe at one point, but no,
but
but
they
I hear what
traded
you.
him.
No, you can't claim that,
They traded him. What are you talking about?
No, but I hear you. I hear you. But here's it. Like, so
Molly
the
Divac.
Bulls, yeah, the smoking Serbian, right? But no, I hear what you're saying, and you're right. But you look at Charles Barkley, Patrick Ewing, a lot of those guys didn't win. I mean, they were on good franchises, but they were in the Jordan era, so they did not win. Um, and then you look now. James Harden's a great player, but he can't win. Charles Barkley never won. So
That's
they
unfair.
they it is unfair. They played under Michael. Like,
That's
Michael made
unfair.
sure. And LeBron went to a team that wasn't even his and had to learn how to win before he can
That's
go somewhere
Cleveland.
else and
Hold
beat
on,
the
hold
other
on.
people out
That's Cleveland's
there.
fault. What time in modern basketball history, sports history, right? When you
Mhm.
let your best player in the league last 4 or 5 years reigning, why did you let his contract expire? That makes no sense. I'd have took my ass to South Beach, LA, whoever wanted me. They let his contract expire as ownership. That's unheard of. They said, "The hell with you. We ain't signing." I'd have left. You'd have left.
Well,
Yes.
look,
Okay.
before you answer
Well,
that, Professor, before you answer
yeah,
the question, let me do this super chat. I gotta
yes,
pay
sir.
some
Yes,
bills.
sir.
Man. I gotta keep the lights on in the basement. Shout out to me.
Yes, you do.
Shout out to one of my biggest haters, Big Ed. I love you, brother. But you still a big hater. He said, "Did you see Cleveland at the time was playing hell?" I got up. I went to South Beach myself. I don't blame you. Shout out to LeBron. He said I had to get the hell up out of here. They don't love me here. They love me down in South Beach. I had to make the decision. But shout out to Big Ant for the $10 super chat. I appreciate the blessing. You didn't have to. You chose to. And I appreciate you blessing me, dog. Thank you, sir. Thank you. But go ahead, brother.
No, I don't know what I was gonna say about it. Yeah, I mean, I don't blame him going to South Beach because I lived in Miami. Miami is way better than Cleveland, Ohio. I can tell you that. Ain't nothing in Cleveland, Ohio, but with the Hard Rock Hall with the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. But but Michael Jordan didn't leave, and people can't say, "Oh, he had Scottie Pippen," because Scottie Pippen wasn't that. They were going to trade Scottie Pippen before Scottie Pippen became what he was. Michael Jordan developed what they call the Breakfast Club with him, Horace Grant, Scottie Pippen worked out together. Said, "We're going to do this together," and they worked out. And when they finally started working out, and they got the right coach in place, a couple years later, they won that first championship. So Chicago wasn't like that neither. So he had to build that franchise. He had to help build that franchise to what it was. And Chicago was never a winner. So it's certain situations, man. You got to play right. You need the players, but the franchise have to put the right pieces around you to win. If they don't, it's not going to be successful.
Yeah, because right now, I mean, Billy Donovan's doing my team a disservice. He's been doing a disservice for a long time, and we keep having these little white boys on the. I mean, like, what is going on, man? I mean,
who's your team?
I'm just gonna get on the Bulls.
The Bulls.
Oh, the Bulls.
It's hard out here for a pimp, man. I'm telling you. Look at my resident Louisville fan, my man E said, ask Professor what's his thoughts about Teddy Bridgewater washed up ass when he was a Panther.
Damn.
Well, before I get to that, I'll answer that question. But Hank, do you remember Eddie Robinson when he signed with the Bulls?
Yeah.
He's a personal friend of mine. So he signed that deal. I remember he was talking. They screwed that whole situation up because they wanted to be up and gun. They wanted to run and gun, and John Paxson, who was the GM, wanted to run a triangle offense with Bill Cartwright. That wasn't working. So I love the Bulls, man. When it comes to search, because they took care of him. I mean, he came from nowhere and made $35 million. So I'm all about brothers getting their money. Teddy Bridgewater, Teddy Two Gloves. I didn't like the move, and not because of Teddy Bridgewater. They paid Teddy Bridgewater $18 million to be the quarterback of the Carolina Panthers. They got rid of Cam Newton, CM number one, and Cam would have been on his last year of his deal, making $18 million. So for me, I just would have let Cam either play his season out, or we just would have been terrible, and which would have been fine as well, because then we could have drafted either Trevor Lawrence, or I think it was what's the guy what's the quarterback out of San Diego? Oh, it's his name. Justin Herbert. We had opportunity to draft Justin Herbert. That's who it was, not Trevor Lawrence. We'd have an opportunity to draft Justin Herbert in that next draft. That would have been the quarterback of the future. But instead, Matt Rule screwed us. He wouldn't get Teddy Bridgewater, didn't work. Sam Darnold didn't work. Baker Mayfield didn't work. And then he no longer had it. He no longer was working. So you can't try to piecemeal the situation. I totally believe in and so what the Patriots did. The Patriots always drafted a quarterback even when they had Tom Brady. So you have somebody to waiting in the wings. So I will let Kyle Allen rock or Cam Newton rock. So I wasn't against Teddy Bridgewater. I just was against him coming in over Cam Newton when they'll make the same amount of money and you gave him all that money for no reason. So I wish Teddy two loves luck though. Where's he now? New Orleans? I don't know where he is.
No, he's a high school coach now at his old alma mater high school.
Back in Florida. Okay.
Yeah, he's a high school coach.
And I was a Mac Jones fan. I didn't like Justin Fields. So and I still don't think I was wrong.
Hey. For the record, I was very depressed when
you're a Mac Jones fan. What world?
Well, ain't nobody talking to you. You a hater. You a hater. You a hater.
Hey, silence you. You lost your player last time I checked. You still hating on your own quarterback.
I didn't hate on him. I just didn't want him to leave. I didn't want them to trade him. I wanted us to build around it. I thought that was a better move.
Exactly. I know you loved him. I know. But you got a new quarterback now. Love him.
I still got his jersey. So normally what happens when I have a player's jersey, I just give it away.
Oh, wow.
These jerseys, and I got the authentic jersey. I don't go for that gold screen shit that Wally likes, that cheap shit.
Hey, slow down now. Slow down. Yeah, slow down. All right, slow down, parents. Slow down. Until your team wins something, slow down now. Slow down. Okay, both your teams rounded. Come on now. Slow down.
I got 3 jerseys I got to give away. I got Khalil Mack, Roquan Smith, and now a Justin Field jersey I got to give away to the Goodwill because they no longer on my squad. And if you're not on my squad, you no longer be in my wardrobe. So you got to go.
Now, does the NFL take those jerseys back, Sam? Does the NFL take those jerseys back and let you exchange them?
I know the NBA was doing that for a while, but I think you only get like a year or 2. So
okay.
I got my jersey on the first year. Justin Field was there as well as Khalil and Roquan. So look, man, I'm gonna give it some lucky souls gonna get a Justin Field jersey because the Goodwill be probably selling for about $50.
Yeah, they would. Now, who's Wally's team? Who's his team?
Nobody. Weak ass Pittsburgh.
Again, silence you. No. Football team, it'll be Dolphins because they made me want to pick one team.
Okay, you're a new team. Ain't that a bitch?
No, that's my hometown team. What you mean? I'm in Florida. What you talking about?
But you said you're a Pittsburgh Steelers fan now. Hold on. How does that work?
Okay, hold on. Y'all were crying because I had a team that I favored watching. Okay, that's your problem. As far as main team, the number one team that y'all want to know, it is Dolphins. There you go. Happy now? Happy? I hope y'all been happy for so long. No. You wanted me to stand on one team? No. You, Tommy, and everybody else want me to stand on one team. I stand on one team now, sir. I stand on one team now. I'm staying right there. So, football.
He's one of the guys who got two NFL teams. I ain't never heard of this shit.
Boo. It is what it is. I got a team that I support, and I got a team I love to watch. It is what it is. Y'all can hate me for it. I don't care. It's life. Y'all act like there's loyalty that got to be set in stone in these teams. Most of y'all be out here loving teams that y'all ain't from your hometown anyways.
I feel you, brother.
Oh, I'm from Charlotte, so all my teams are Charlotte teams, bro. Carolina Hornets, the whole
y'all wouldn't like my answer at all, then.
Uh-oh.
You don't like my answer.
Cowboys fan, Trey?
I ain't got no team.
Oh, Jesus.
I ain't got no team.
Oh, shit. No, you know, see, that's no problem. You ain't into the whole football thing. You ain't into that whole,
I've been coaching and playing so long, man. I just love the game. I don't know, man. I like players, you
You're
know.
just okay. So you're natural viewers.
Yeah, I can't. I tell you the team I don't like, and all of my friends like that team, brother. You said it, the Cowboys. And it ain't that I don't like them because I like that. Me and Dak came from the same school, man. So I want Dak Prescott to win, man. I'm telling you, I'm a Dak Prescott fan.
Dak Prescott's
sure.
gonna win when he leaves the team.
I'm just saying, man, not the Cowboys, man. I've been like that for about 25 years, just not having a favorite. Now, growing up, the Pittsburgh Steelers was my favorite because I won a championship and they won a championship the same year, so I was always partial. And then my first team I fell in love with was the Dolphins, and it's only really been Pittsburgh and the Dolphins.
Ain't that something? Ain't that something?
Franco Harris, but
this is
for about shit.
Yeah, it is, ain't it?
Since I've been coaching,
he like all 30-some team in the NFL, man. God,
yeah, man. I'm like, come on, man. I'm telling y'all.
Except for one.
It's been like that, man.
Damn.
I told you ain't gonna like mine.
See, that's y'all problems, man. That's y'all problems. Y'all be locked in with these organizations. These organizations don't do nothing well for these players. Yep, y'all always look. Yep. Team lost, bro. That's the whole point. Shut up. Silencio. You act like I'm over here loving every damn team. I'm only loving this two. I'm loving one. It's my hometown team. I'm loving the other one just because it is. You act like I'm loving a super team that's winning every freaking year. Get out of here. Get out of here.
That's when he gonna choose his team in February.
Man, please. Make sure your team wins. How about that? Make sure your team wins, because I'm gonna be coming back. Watch, when this football season starts, you better hope your team wins the car. We're
gonna be in the playoffs. We play all back.
Okay. Okay, that's big talk now.
Yeah.
That's big talk. I have your projection 9-8. 9-8.
They got every receiver in the book.
79.
Oh, they can have all the receivers in the book. That don't mean nothing.
They got Keenan Allen and DJ Moore. Y'all signed like 35.
Now, what did they do?
Yeah, 3,500 wide receivers. They better do every ounce of it all. They better use them up like a mug.
That's who we got. Offensive Rookie of the Year. Romeo Odunze. That's going to be Offensive Rookie of the Year.
And who tried to draft his quarterback? Who tried to draft his quarterback?
Caleb Williams.
Yeah.
Oh, that bum. I'm not a fan.
No love for Chicago. No love for Chicago. Oh, Lord have mercy. Ain't this a shame?
Listen. I just don't like.
This man got no damn dwarf. He got a goddamn midget.
Hey, no, I don't like USC quarterbacks, man. They all.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Name me the last USC quarterback.
Boy, Donald.
Hey.
I'm listening. We listen, Wally. What you say?
Hey.
Oh no, I didn't say. Oh no, I never said nothing about that. I'm just saying, just don't put that on him though.
No, matter of fact,
you never know. He may make magic. Hey, he might just make magic. You never know.
Yeah, we had Sam Darnold.
And then your boy used to. Who's that other guy that had as quarterback?
No, we didn't have Matt Leinart down.
He wasn't at Carolina.
We had Sam Darnold.
That's it.
That's the only one we had. Oh no, we had Rodney Peete. Rodney Peete was a USC quarterback.
Did y'all have Barkley at one time?
He probably was on the back. He could have been on the backup squad. I don't know. I know we had Jimmy Clausen for a little bit. We had Testaverde out here. We didn't have a bunch of bad quarterbacks.
Didn't Jimmy play for the? Did he play for Notre Dame?
Yeah, he played for Notre Dame. Yep.
I thought y'all had Barkley at one time.
Shoot, we didn't have a lot of quarterbacks. They were all garbage except Cam. Cam Newton was the best quarterback ever. I mean, he was the biggest thing since Larry Johnson in Charlotte.
Hold on. You don't like Collins?
Who?
Collins.
He liked to call people the S word if you Hispanic.
That's true.
And that's why he got his jaw broken by Bill Romanowski. I did not like Kerry Collins. He was. You can't call your offensive lineman a racial epithet and think he's gonna block for you.
You know that's right.
Kerry Collins. I remember him.
Yeah. No, we had Steve. Jake Delhomme was a good quarterback. And talking to a few players, he did. He should have took us to 2, because when I talked to a couple of players, they were like, the best team Carolina ever had was not the 15-1 team. That was not the best team. The best team they had was the year Jake Delhomme had 5 interceptions against the Arizona Cardinals at home. That was the best team ever. Because they had Chris Jenkins, they had Julius Peppers, they had a bunch of guys on the line. That was the best team, and he threw that game. It was 5 interceptions, and we were hot. But that was probably the best team Carolina ever had. But that's until we got Cam. But now we got Bryce. Yeah, 5-9 of them.
Jesus Christ.
Can you tell my depression? Because I'm so depressed. I don't care. The dude could be a Hall of Fame quarterback. I still think he was a bad draft pick.
Damn.
Yeah.
You know why? Because ever since that C.J. Stroud, y'all passed up on him. Y'all gonna feel that way for a long time, brother.
That's
gonna
be
that's
the
gonna
nightmare of y'all.
Yeah. And that wasn't even a draft to move up in. Like, bro, you move up in the draft with 1.5 good quarterbacks when you had like 5 coming out this year. Like, that was not the pick to move up to. Should stay where your behind was at and picked whoever you picked. But there we go. We're quarterback happy. Yeah,
and y'all was a blessing that kept on giving, because y'all gave us opportunity to be up there right again.
We gave y'all 2 number 1 man. Oh man, you're welcome, man. I used to be a Bills fan, so I've been stressed when it comes to football.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was a Bills fan and a Panthers fan, and I was a Braves fan growing up. So I could, I had a struggle.
Man, you had a lot of empty dreams, didn't you?
Yeah. I switched. I'm a Red Sox fan now, so I switched over. So
y'all can blame me though.
I got a few.
Pull a Wally on us.
They're not in the same conference. Pittsburgh and Miami are in the same conference. These Atlanta and Boston are 2 separate conferences. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, did Atlanta used to play in Boston? Oh no, that was the ABA. Never mind. The Boston Braves. Anyway, they did play. They did play in Boston. They moved to Atlanta, so I apologize.
Brother, you said fuck the South. I'm going to the North.
Fuck them motherfuckers in the South. Shit, we can't allow black players down here.
But man, I appreciate you coming on, man. I'm gonna go and shut it down for tonight, man. I'm gonna shut it down, man.
I appreciate you having me on.
We go about a couple hours on the sports, man. But I can't wait till football season right around the corner. Like I said, that's God's sport to me. So I don't know if you're into fantasy football. I always try to have a great preseason fantasy football show. One of the guys I know I met on Twitter, on X now, I guess is what they call it. A guy named Chris Allen, man. He's a good guy, man. So I'm gonna get him lined up to have my little preseason fantasy football show to help you guys who are not good at drafting, like Wally, on how to draft and pick a team and what players to be looking for, especially ones in the rookie class. So with that being said, man,
you see how he does this? He always want to pick me out as if I'm the one picking. Don't do that. Hey, go after your other homies that are out there picking with you. Go out there with them. They were picking with you. Don't put that on me now. Don't do that. I was winning out here.
Don't care, bro. So, I got to do what I got to do.
Love her.
Still love her, bro. It's nothing but love her, But yeah, man, I can't wait till football season, man. Like I said, it's right around the corner. But we're gonna have the summer league, man. So Nevada and usually Utah are the 2 locations they usually have the summer league game. So I'm definitely gonna be checking out NBA TV here the next couple of weeks, man, to see what my man Bronny does, man. See if he comes through for us, man. I know certain people may not like him, may not like the situation, like my man Professor, but that's okay, Bronny. Fight through it, baby. Fight through it. You're gonna be all right, man. You're gonna be all right, brother. So if y'all guys, before y'all go, y'all want to get any final thoughts? Wally, I'm gonna start with you, brother, since I'm messing with you so much. I'm gonna start with you, brother. What you got for final thoughts tonight?
Oh no, I mean I didn't get a chance to ask this, but do y'all see JJ Redick being the new head coach of the Lakers a big problem? Like literally.
No, LeBron gonna be coaching like he did like he's always been doing. We're talking about here.
I think JJ gonna be an assistant coach. I think he's gonna be a good assistant coach, and Bron's gonna be the head coach.
Yeah, I
Okay,
think
so after that phase is done though, but when he's fully taken over, since we all believe that LeBron's gonna coach the whole team anyways, how do y'all look at him?
I feel it's a problem in a sense, and this is just from his opportunity to coach. I think that's a bigger issue on the social front because there's other qualified coaches who could probably handle that. But I also look at the changing of the
Here's my
guard. He's
phone.
a young coach, got young players. LeBron's on his last 2 years out. It's going to be some big changes in LA. They're going to have to be able to bring talent into LA. They're going to have to. LeBron, we've seen his results of how a lot of players in this era don't want to play with LeBron. They understand the competition, but one more good year has 2 years max to prove. Then LeBron's going to be out. Then we might not see a LA in the top tier. We might see a bottom tier LA team. So JJ Redick will have to do some coaching.
Yeah.
Well, let me say this, man. I look, it doesn't help the Lakers when Boston won the title because we know they'll compete for each other for the amount of titles. So at one time it was tied for 17. Boston Celtics took the lead. Now they're at 18 compared to the Lakers 17. And I don't see the Lakers winning anytime soon. And Boston could run it back. So that's going to hurt the Laker fans. And knowing that they're one of the biggest rivals in the NBA is moved up maybe 1 or 2 or 3 championships ahead of them. So Lakers have to get the shit together. To me, truth be told, I think the Lakers probably should have moved on from LeBron. Trade AD and whatever draft picks they could get for him, draft picks, and just rebuild. Because they've been rebuilding for the last 2 years. Let's keep it all the way honest. Mm-hmm. They've been rebuilding for the last 2 years. It just ain't worked out for them the way they want to. Because Coach LeBron just keeps saying, I don't want no young players in here. I want elders. I want older players. And it's not working. So I think they need to blow it up and start over. Move on from LeBron, trade AD, and whatever the chips may land, let them land where they lay and go from there. But I don't see LeBron winning the title in the next couple of years. Unless he gets some type of miracle. I don't see it happen for him. So, my man, Professor, what you got for final thought for tonight?
Hey, man, again, I'm happy for Bronny. I'm all about nepotism. I just wish that the situation happened a little differently. This is my PSA to Bronny James. And Bronny, if you have not watched Robert Townsend's Hollywood Shuffle, if the NBA doesn't work out for you, there's always work at the post office. That's all I have to say.
This guy ain't shit. This guy ain't shit for that. What the hell? Said a man come to the post office. Go ahead, Trey, man. I'll talk about this later. Jesus Christ.
No, man. Hey.
Man gonna be a postal worker. Shout out to the post worker. We ain't knocky, brothers. I appreciate it. Hey, I got a nice post work. She waves at me. My lady gets mad because she don't talk to her, but she talks to me.
Shout out to the postal workers. I mean, hey, man, a great show, great topics, man. Hey, man, it's summertime, man. We're going to see a lot. It's the time for everybody to get in shape, man. The Olympics is on. Listen, Boston has just shelled out almost $500 million to 2 players. So we're going to see how they act and do their thing. So it's a good time to go into professional sports. It's a good time to go to college if you're an athlete. Get that NIL money, save the damn money. So if you get an opportunity, you can probably invest to make more money. If not, you can at least try to start thinking about your future, man, with a good, solid education, a skill, and money in your pocket, man. Do everything reverse that you say we've done before you and just move accordingly, man. I think everybody's in a good space, man. Everybody get in shape. Everybody get in shape. It's summertime, man. Everybody, man, go 15 pounds lighter. Salute,
I'm
man.
trying.
Thank you. Yeah, push yourself, man. Good job.
He putting that work in. He said he putting that work in. That's why he drinking that water. I know it. Right on. I'm all for it.
That's right.
But let me do mine. And my final thoughts, man, is, man, look, black man, protect yourself at all times. We only get one shot at life. Life is short, man. Life is sweet. Take advantage of it to the fullest. I'm all for nepotism. Keep moving it forward, man. Keep allowing your family to continue to get wealthy, whether it's in financial wealth or spiritual or emotional wealth. Get wealthy, man. Learn as much as you can, fellas. Young bloods out here. Learn as much as you can, man. Get all the training you can and take advantage of it. Network. That's what network's all about. It's not about what you know, it's about who you know. So get to networking, man. And look here, guys. Protect yourself by your mental, man. Yesterday was the last day of Men's Mental Health Month, man. And to me, that's very important. I shot a video, and I'm going to talk about it real fast. I shot a video talking about Royce White. For those who don't know who Royce White is a Big Three player currently, but he's also a politician. But before he became a politician, man, that young man had some stuff he was dealing with. And one of the things he was dealing with, fear of flying, because he had a lot of mental issues he was going through. So people say Kevin Hart was the first one. No, he wasn't the first one. DeMar DeRozan, no, he wasn't the first one. It was Royce White. He sued the NBA for about getting mental help for the NBA players. So shout out to that brother. He's a trailblazer. Whether y'all want to believe it or not, I know a lot of people say, "Oh, that dude was crazy." Yeah, he was. He had some crazy ideas and mindset. But guess what he did do? Allow the NBA to get a mental health wellness. So guys like DeMarcus West was able to get that help that he needed. Now, whether he stayed on the wagon or he fell off, that's totally different conversation. But that opportunity for help wouldn't have been there if it wasn't for guys like Royce White, who kept pushing the issue for the NBA to get a mental health awareness program. And so they got it, and it's striving. And so other young brothers are dealing with whatever they're dealing with, they're able to get that help. So shout out to that brother, man. Guys, get on that couch. Get your whether you need to get in a Zoom meeting or you need to get on somebody's couch, get the mental help that you need. Brothers, get a full physical, man. Get your A1C in order. Get your blood work in order, man. That's very important. Diabetes and heart disease is some of the biggest killers amongst black men. So in order for us to continue on and build and have that nepotism be in full effect, means you got to be around to do it. Your sons and daughters, they need you to be around as long as you can to help as much as possible. And part of that is a man of a certain age like myself and Trey. Professor, I don't know how old you are. I don't know if you're in that age range, but hey, go get your prostate check. Go get your colon. And well, he's right there. Go get your prostate check and colonoscopies. Colon cancer is a mother, man. My great grandfather died because of it, man. So, guys, I've seen it. I witnessed it firsthand. Do what you need to do. Those things are preventable. You could prevent these things, and if you can do it as soon as possible. Now they say they recommend at 45. I got mine done at 40 because of the history that my family has with colon cancer. So I did it sooner. And then guess what? You got guys that come here at the last minute like Ikane, who just want to say some shit. What type of shit is this? I'm going to let this brother up real fast. Ikane, what do you want, man? You going to come in, man, at the close of the show. What's your problem?
Why do you start with the Eastern time, bro? You gotta start it with Central or Pacific time.
Yeah, you on CP time, right? Black folks, boy, I love my people, but I should be ninjas. I promise you I do. Ikane, what is the problem, though, brother? Go ahead. I'm gonna let you have it. You're gonna close the show down tonight.
Okay, let me close it down. I don't think what LeBron James did was nepotism. I don't think that was nepotism. I'm just reading based on your profile picture. It's not nepotism, but guess what? His son is qualified to play at Lakers. You see what I'm saying? He's qualified to play at the Lakers. If we're going to accuse people of nepotism, we got to go all the way to Harvard University. In fact, at Harvard University right now, more than half of the students at Harvard University don't even have the grades to be there. They don't. They are there because their dad gave money to the school, or their dad or their dad or grandfather or great-grandfather was a student. That is the number one place for nepotism. Going to White House, United States White House is full of nepotism. More than half of the people that are there don't even merit to be at the White House. It's nepotism. Nepotism is everywhere. It's in everything we do. That's it, brother. That's it.
Okay, but let me give you the Google's definition of nepotism. The practice of those with power and influence of favor, relatives, friends, and associates, especially by giving them jobs. So you sit there and say that's not nepotism. I don't know what is, because that man wouldn't have got drafted without LeBron. That's nepotism.
Yeah, there is. Yeah, he may have got. That's 100%. You 100% correct on that one. That he wouldn't have gotten the job if his dad wasn't LeBron. Yes, that is true. That's why I said if you call it nepotism, right? We have every sphere of United States is full of nepotism.
I'm all for it.
Yeah, I'm for nepotism because guess what? If people are not fair in giving their kids job that they don't deserve, I think we should find a way to give. But not everybody should have a job that they don't deserve. That's the destruction of the society. That would destroy this country.
No, I think look at the country's already been built on it already. We'll just train him up. That's all. I educate him, I train him, and he'll be fine at about 2.
Yeah. But if you look at it this way, Hink, that's why it's kept at 50%. They don't want everybody there to be there based on nepotism. They want almost half of the people there to be based on merit, because the ones that are based on merit are going to hold the system no matter what. So the system is not going to be out of balance. But if you have almost everybody in nepotism, man, you're going to spend almost many years training some kids, training people. Sports is different because this guy already has the foundation. LeBron James' son has the foundation to be there. I'm not saying that he deserves to be there or he could have been there, but this kid has been trained all his life to play basketball. From childhood, he's been trained. That's what you said something about training. Yes, he's gone through that training. He's not coming into the job to become trained. He's already trained to be there. The only thing now he needs is field experience. You see what I'm saying? In engineering, we call it field experience or hands-on, right? The field experience is what he needs now. But he's done every training you can think of. He's gone through every course. He's gone through the fire. But guess what? Now he has to become a gold. Because to be a gold, you got to go through the flames, right? He's gone through that flame, so he has to be molded now. That's how I said. He has to be poured into the mold. So when you pour something into the mold, yeah.
I hear what you're saying, but do you see this message right here? Do you see that cash out right there? Since your black ass gonna come 2 hours and 40 minutes late, you need to get that cash out, bro. I gotta get out. I'm hungry.
Nope.
I need some nourishment. You understand what I'm saying? And my lady maid got my supper waiting on me, warmed up and everything. I know there's a lot of dudes in this space. They don't believe in having a woman doing all that for them. They think all women are bad. Are they the devil? Or I don't believe that. My woman's good. That's why I'm gonna marry him with my damn last name. But you keep me away from my woman with this long conversation because your ass decided at the last minute to show the fuck up.
Sorry about that.
Cash out.
I'll send the cash out. Sorry about that. I came to spice it up for you, brother.
Hey, look, guys, I appreciate y'all coming. Even your late ass.
Don't worry, that's about your time, bro.
Have a great night, man, and I will see y'all on Wednesday. I'll be here Wednesday. We're gonna have some more conversation.
I'll be here.
You gonna be here on time? You gonna be on time?
Yes. Yeah, I will. Okay. I will. 6 o'clock, right?
6 o'clock your time, 7 p.m. Eastern for everybody else. Right on?
Okay. No problem.
Guys, I appreciate you guys. Y'all be easy, man. I'll see you on the next one. Right on.
Okay.